Yo, what is going on, chat? We're in the big one. The was the Golden Land? The Golden City, I believe. This is the longest arc in all of Frieren. 100, no, not 100. 28 chapters, taking us up to, I believe, chapter 104. We're currently on chapter 77. And the goal for today's stream is to try and reach that 104 mark. I'm very excited for this arc. I spoke to Yusuf about it. Yusuf's fully caught up to the manga he has been for ages, and he said that this is a banger arc. A lot of you guys in chat last week were saying that this was also a banger arc, so I can't wait. This is the old guy's arc, right? That's so interesting how that is the longest arc, but I'm also so interested to see how, why, what the context is. This is, I'm looking forward to it, I got to admit. I'm looking forward to it as well for the fact that, like, because currently all my favorite characters are, like, the main Frieren crew. So it's going to be interesting now, assumingly, not necessarily following that crew, or at least not quite as closely anyway. But I have full faith in, I don't know the name of the manga. I don't know the name. It's not on here. What's the name of the author? I don't know. Whatever their name is, I have full faith. Sid's just not hopped on stream, man. He's been around, he's been working, he's been busy with Stranger Things the last couple weeks, and then One Piece. And now he's working on Fallout as well for the movie channel. But don't worry, guys, I hear you loud and clear. I keep reminding him, Great Estate developer. He'll hop on it soon. Because I know he's in the end game of that, I believe. I'll like the old guy after. I mean, I already like him, but like I don't love him like I do Fern, Stark, Frieren, Sign. Still need my MILF Hunter to return. But we're gonna jump into chapter 77 right now. 30 years after the death of Himmel the hero, the Draken region. This is terrible. Dragons attacked our village. The northern plateau even has dragons. It truly is a dangerous land, isn't it? This is not as bad as compared to before. When I was travelling with Himmel and the others, we got attacked by a thunder of dragons. Is that what a group of dragons is called? A thunder? That's kind of aura, can't lie. I can't even imagine what a thunder of dragons would be like. It sounds horrific. Do dragons not usually gather in a thunder? This village was attacked by a thunder of them? That's right, it appears that they have settled nearby, and I would like you to slay them. The things you got to accept as normal in the northern plateau is scary. This village can't be saved, you should just leave. But this place is our home. He's right, Mistress Frieren, that's too harsh even for you. I feel bad for the villagers. I guess it depends on the reward then. Oh, I wonder what absolute goated reward Frieren's going to get this time. I mean, we've had the likes of what? Changing red apples to green apples? That's fucking banger, bro. I would use that on the daily. We got Fern got cleaning your clothes? Banger. What are we going to get? Unfortunately, our village is very poor and there's nothing we could give you. Don't you have any grimoires or anything? All we have, here we go. All we have is a useless spell that allows you to say tongue twisters without tripping over your words. That is indeed completely useless. It's going to be completely useless for everyone except one person, I'm sure. Deal. Do you just do anything for magic? Do you know where the dragons came from? I only know that they come from the depths of the forest. Let's trace their mana. Maybe we can track them down. It's been 2 months and we need Sid back. I know, he was absolutely smacking the streams, bro. You know what? Right after this stream, I'm going to hop back on his ass and be like, bro, the people need you. The people want you. The people need the streams. They should be straight ahead. I've always thought this, but magic is amazing, huh? It's really useful at times like this. You know, you can say nice things like that more often. Master Stark, don't praise Mistress Frieren so early. It's bad for her education. You're right. What do you two think I am? Anyway, I have a rough idea of where they are now, so let's keep moving. Okay, and here is the thunder of dragons. There they are. There's a lot of them, but only small ones. They aren't that strong compared to the solar dragons. So, shall we begin? Stark, I'm counting on you to slow them down. You're already experienced at fighting dragons. That's true. He did slay that one even when he thought he couldn't. You want me to learn the hard way, huh? Make sure to shoot at them this time, alright? Only if you don't end up slaying them all first. I believe in Stark. See? Easy. That was an extremely intense battle. We're lucky there was a church in the village. You got your head gnawed on by a dragon at one point. How are you even alive? That's a fair point. I have no idea. I suppose it's normal for a warrior. Eisen also got his head gnawed on once and was unscathed too. I'm sure it's Master Eisen who's not normal. I'm sorry to have made you wait. Thank you very much. Here is the grimoire we promised. Come to think of it, you ask for a reward almost every time you help someone, Mistress Frieren. That's because Himmel did too. That's surprising. I was sure that he was the kind of person who would help people without having anything in return. Surprised me too. Why do you ask for a reward almost every time you help people? If I receive a reward, then they don't owe me anything. You know what? I get that logic. Loki, he's cooking. Because if he just kept doing things for free, everyone would feel like guilty, right? And like he says, forever feel indebted to Himmel, where at least this way, even if it's the smallest thing like a tongue twister spell, because Frieren was so accepting of it, it feels like there was actually a transaction there, right? That it is equal, even if it isn't really. What we seek is to help people, not words of appreciation. If you end up putting them in debt, you aren't truly helping them. That's why I accept even silly spells like this as a reward. What do I classify this manga as? Like fantasy adventure, but also romance as well. Like the Stark and Fern stuff and the Frieren and Himmel stuff. Like there's a large chunk of romance. There's not been as much romance lately. Although I suppose there was the Fern and Stark date last stream, but I think it's mostly fantasy adventure. It's not like your typical battle shonen. Cheers, Darkside. No, bro. I was tuning into them streams as well, man. I'll try it out and see if I really don't trip over my tongue. Please don't, because I don't want to have to do a tongue twister on stream, bro. Spells aren't the only thing she wants, I guess. This is Edel, a second-class mage. She specializes in emotional magic. That's okay. I was asked to accompany her so that she could re-examine this place. I think the information she obtained will be of use to you. Alright, now this is where it gets fun, I guess. Denken, give me your hand. I will transfer my memories to you. This seems OP. Or at least cool, anyway. Now you're ready to take over our work. Your mission is to maintain and control the barrier that seals the Golden Land. Please avoid doing anything unnecessary. Okay. Denken, you should give up on visiting your wife's grave. I know. He's planning to die. I'm a little envious of him. I could never disobey Mistress Siri. The enemy is the last and the strongest of the 7 sages of destruction, Macht of the Golden Land. Oh, okay. So this is the last one. Deccan's hometown. Oh, Viz, you done a boo-boo. You're missing an N from bro's name. Don't worry, I'll fix it for you. Denken's hometown was transmuted into gold. He's going to take on Macht like he's some hero from a fairy tale. How how are we able to show the manga panels? Well, I think so. One, because to tell you the 100% truthful answer, I don't know. But I think the main thing that we always strive for when it comes to streaming manga is to use the official source. I'm reading on Viz. And then also, if you guys remember all the drama that happened, was it last year? No, wasn't it? I think it was more like 2 years. Can't be 2 years. It can't be 2 years ago. For those of you who remember when the channel, like, it was going to be deleted because we got just like loads of copyright strikes from Shueisha, there's no fucking way that was 2 years ago, bro. Time is fucked. No, it's not 2 years. It's can't be. I think it's just over a year. But anyway, after that whole happened, we wanted to block Japan from the channel because we heard, I think that's what happened with Totally Not Mark a few years ago, and he had a similar situation where his channel was going to get terminated. And the way that he kind of got around it was by blocking Japan. It's a feature on YouTube called geo-blocking, but it's only available if you're part of an MCN, which for 100% transparency, I wouldn't recommend most people going for an MCN unless, like with us, like it got to a point where we were like, you know what, we should just do it to be able to block Japan. So I think what the whatever the reason is, I think it's got to do with the fact that we stream it on the official site. Also, not many people, like, this is a small stream. I imagine if we had like thousands of people, more eyes on it, you know, maybe, I don't know, but yeah. 2 years ago, fuck, man, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Time is terrifying, but that's one of the themes of Frieren, isn't it? Right? That's why it's so peak. Lake Corridor. We arrived in this town a week ago, and it's been raining non-stop. Do you think you can ferry us across today? In this weather, my boat is not a coffin. Good point. I'm surprised. I didn't know storms developed over lakes too. Lake Corridor is the largest lake in the Northern Lands. It's bigger than some inland seas. Now that you mention it, I can barely see the far shore. The large mountain ranges to the east and west also cause rough weather here, so the area faces hellish storms during this season. It's not uncommon for even large ships to sink due to the storms here. It doesn't seem possible to cross using a flight spell in these winds either. 2016 was 10 years ago? Oh, bro, I was playing some COD earlier, I'm not gonna lie, and like, I was like, what the fuck do you mean Nuketown 2025 is set in the past, bro? Just kill me off, man. You'd like Anime Balls Deep to talk about Ordeal? Because what I like about the channel is that you'll explain chapters. I haven't heard of Ordeal. Is there going to be like an anime for that? Is it got an anime, first of all? And is there going to be one? Because I haven't heard of that. Might have to check it out. It'd be difficult even if the skies were clear. It's further across than you think. I might be able to do it, but your mana wouldn't last, Fern. Can we not take a detour around the lake? That would be difficult as well. The bad weather originates in the mountain ranges around the lake. It'd be suicide to try and cross those stormy mountains. They don't even have roads. Rather than taking a rushed detour, it'd be safer to just wait here for a few months. Luckily, this place is a relatively large port town and a trading hub. It's the perfect place to kill some time. Ah, okay, so is this going to kind of like Loki be the excuse as to why we're not following Frieren's group during this arc? Fair enough. They're going to be like little like off-screen mini like chill training. We really ended up waiting until the end of winter. Never mind. Oh my fucking god, bro. There's going to be a stream one day where I just won't be afflicted by the curse of opening my mouth too soon. Because this happens every time I say something, and then if I just read to the end of the page, I'd get my answer. Now, can you take us across? Yeah. So you can afford the fare? Even though there aren't any storms now, it's not all a safe route. It's gonna cost you. Uh-oh. That is nowhere near enough. We're broke because you bought too many grimoires, Mistress Frieren. I was bored. Well, There is something you can do for me in exchange. There is a deserted monastery on an island out there, but it's protected by a magical barrier. And they say that Himmel the hero left his memoir in that monastery. Oh. That magical barrier? Oh, am I completely missing the vibe of this arc? Is Frieren's group actually going to be part of this more so than I think? Is this magic barrier, this island, the Golden Land? Himmel the hero saved this town back in my grandfather's time. I've admired Himmel since I was a child. Everyone here wants that memoir too. I want you to find it. Himmel's memoir. Come to think of it, he did mention that he lost his unfinished memoir during our journey. I remember him being down about it. I never thought he'd leave it in a place like that. Alright then, I accept your request. A fleet? Really feels like we're on the ocean, doesn't it? Right, this is the peak season for trade and travel. On top of that, there's been a rumour going around that they found a golden land in the north where everything is made of gold. So there are even more people crossing the lake. Oh, okay, so I see what... Oh, ooh, okay, cool. More twists and turns. Is it true? Who knows? All I can say is that I've never met anyone who's actually been there. It's probably just some wild tale. So the Golden Land's low-key like the Dark Continent of Frieren? That is the island. It's not a very powerful barrier, is it? It's several decades old. There, I've removed it. Let's explore, shall we? What a big archive. Another statue of Himmel. Here we go. This must be it. Yep, no doubt about it. This is Himmel's handwriting. What's written inside? Is it stories of all their... Oh, look at this smile on her face, bro. Just trivial things about his journey. What the fuck? Just trivial things about his journey. It's simply about his daily life. Man, we need to protect Frieren at all costs. Here, this is what you requested. That should cover the fare, right? I heard that there was an elf mage in the party of heroes. That was you, wasn't it? What makes you think it was me? Oh, I don't know. Probably the fawning and the recognizing of his handwriting maybe gave it away. That sad look on your face, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. That journal's dear to you, isn't it? You keep it. Did I look sad? I mean, Loki to me looked happy, but, you know, I can't read women. Just a little. I'm pretty sure this is the place. This place is full of other valuable books. They'll more than cover the fare. But listen, we need to reach the opposite shore before the sun sets. Yo, what's up, Patrick? Speaking of an anime adaptation, we might get a Greatest Estate developer anime in late 2026. Damn. That'll definitely be a series, I imagine. When the anime eventually drops, that will probably, I assume, be a series we'll cover. Definitely. We don't have YouTubes, but we do have a Coda YouTubes, and I know recently-ish they dropped their Chainsaw Man for the Rize Art collection. It's pretty banger, I can't lie. You have to remember that this manga's essence is about the journey, not the goal. Yeah, and I think that's I think that's what makes it really good. Is like I almost expect the ending of this manga eventually, whenever it is, to be like what some people would maybe consider like anticlimactic, maybe. But it's exactly like you said, like without sounding too corny. This manga is low-key the friends we made along the way, but it's like the memories we made along the way. You know, like I keep saying, those 10 years with Himmel, those 10 years worth of memories meant more than 990 other years worth of memories for Frieren. So you heard that it's getting an anime adaptation and a trailer. A trailer's out. So what? Anime next year? I mean, we might cover it like when it gets closer to that season. So usually what we do is like anytime we get closer to a season, like a couple months, like November time probably, we started planning for January season with like, you know, Hell's Paradise, Fire Force, Frieren, things like that. So when we get closer to Ordeal, whenever that comes out, when we're brainstorming our list of series to cover during that season, we may just cover Ordeal. You know I beat off... I do not beat off the hentai, bro. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there. Yeah, that's true. A story is always about the journey more so than the goal. Like that's the thing that everyone is gonna talk about really afterwards, isn't it? Start, kill it quick, or it'll drag us down to the bottom of the lake. Oh, it's a Kraken. There are sea monsters here? Oh fuck, that was a quick chapter. Or at least it felt like it. There's no author name on these chapters, and I'd like to know what the author of Frieren's name is. This canyon's insanely deep. I can't see the bottom at all. The precipice is 3,000 meters high. This is the deepest canyon on the continent. The high elevation of the northern plateau makes it possible for such things to exist. And how do we get across? The wind's too strong. We can't use a flight spell. I feel like we just had this same problem a little while ago. It's possible to cross the river if we get to the upper reaches, but we'd need to get past a steep mountain range. It'd be a long detour. What about downriver? We'd come to a 3-kilometer high sheer cliff that faces the ocean, but the view is incredible apparently. Would you like to go see it? No, thank you. Either way, I'd say it'll take 2 weeks to cross the canyon. That's a long time. Well, we don't have a choice, do we? Actually, maybe it's complete by now? What are you talking about? Let's head upriver. If we're lucky, we may be able to cross the canyon somewhere along the way. Oh, a bridge! Oh, is this going to be like a bridge that was being built when she was here with Himmel? There it is. Whoa, it's a bridge. Yep, looks like it's complete. See, our boy Naruto cooked on this one. Gehen, I've not seen you in... I haven't seen ye in ages. Looks like you managed to finish the bridge. Aye. Who's this? This is Gehen, a dwarf who spent the last 2 centuries building this bridge. Loki, what are the logistics of actually building this bridge? That's fucking impressive. Yeah, wow indeed, Stark. I'm surprised. This place easily could have become a transport hub now that there's a proper bridge here. And yet, I haven't heard anything about it. So I just assumed that it wasn't complete yet. Frieren, to tell you the truth, there's a problem. Uh-oh, what the fuck are they? They look like them birds. Them prehistoric looking ass birds. They're always on Instagram Reels. Fuck, I forgot their names. As you've seen those giant birds monsters kick up gales over the bridge. The other day they blew away a group of merchants who were trying to reach the Golden Land. Don't worry, I think Frieren's got this covered. And the creatures keep on popping up to no end. What accent's this guy got? It seems they made a huge nest nearby. So this bridge can be used because of them. But as luck would have it, the nest seems to be somewhere on this side. Can you do me a favour and deal with it? I've spent 2 whole centuries building this bridge. And our reward, what's it going to be this time? A spell that lets you flip pancakes perfectly. I have the ingredients for them too. Your breakfast tomorrow morning will be a feast. We accept. The author's name is Kanehito Yamada. Banger name, I can't lie. The nest should be around here. According to what Gehen said, it's steep indeed. Stay alert. One wrong step and it's all over. So, why did Gehen build a bridge over this canyon? He probably feels regretful? I see. The bridge is still under construction. That's unfortunate. When do you plan to finish it? I doubt I can finish it in my lifetime. I ran out of money too. It's mortifying. Bro, I know this guy's British, but I'm trying to like pinpoint like Yorkshire, maybe? I don't know my British accents well enough. I even have all time in this world. Why are you building a bridge like this in a place like this? A long time ago, I used to live in a village not far from here, before it was attacked by demons. The closest garrison was stationed in a city on the other side of the canyon. If only there had been a bridge here, my village could have been saved. My village could have been saved. Please, use this. We earned it retrieving some noble's treasured sword from a demon. This is a lot of money. I cannot accept this. I didn't possess anything as valuable to compensate. You have this bridge. You'll be long dead by the time I finish building it. Frieren can take the reward then. Please build it strong enough to last at least a millennium. Very well. You can count on me. This is it. Let's take him down. I thank you, Frieren. Everyone can travel freely across Canyon now thanks to you. And what do you plan on doing from now on? I'll spend my remaining years living peacefully in my village. What? Happy for you, Gehen. We're gonna celebrate big tonight. Frieren, it's been 2 centuries. Uh-oh, chat, I got the devil coming. It's been 2 centuries, long enough for a new village to be built. Makes sense? Well then, shall we go? Where is the Itachi novels so you can read them? I don't know where you can actually, like, officially read them. Oh, God. But, actually, you know what? Your boy does have one. I do have this one. I got a few of these. I know there's like Sakura's one, Sasuke's one, Shikamaru's one, this one. Bosh. Yeah, the cat, the devil cat as well. The one who is hell-bent on either unplugging the mic, skipping chapters to spoil me, you know, you name it. That's what he likes to do. Chapter 80 now. The Schmal Snowfield. We're almost out of funds. Is that so? This will only cover our costs for a week, maybe less. Sheesh, it's because you waste your money. Oh well, there's nothing we can do about it in the middle of a snowfield, is there? Hang on, hold on. If I'm correct, it was around here. We're changing course. There might be a way to make some money. Ooh, what is this place? It doesn't look like a settlement. Could it be a camp for adventurers? Right, lads, let's give it our all today too. Aye, what's going on here? They're looking for holy snow crystals. Holy snow crystals? A mineral that forms in the snowfields of this region. It can be used to make magical potions. Hello, Logan. Come on. Let's chill out for a minute, shall we? Come on. Come on. Since the crystals can only be mined in this area, they're extremely valuable. Yeah, where you go? Come on. Hang on. There we go. We're going to find the holy snow crystals to cover our travel expenses. You're still so naive, Stark. Holy snow crystals... Oh. Holy snow crystals aren't something you can just find... Right, no, you can't keep bumping the mic like this. You gotta chill, bro. Come on. Holy snow crystals aren't something you can just find. That's why they're expensive. Yeah, true. Then how are we going to make money? Let's go take a look at the market. You'll see something unusual. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem any different from any other market. Look at the prices. 1 silver coin for a loaf of bread. These prices are at least 10 times higher than average. They're dealing with wealthy adventurers who make their money mining holy snow crystals, so prices are naturally higher than in other regions. Alright, we might need a... Come on. Come on, you. Come on. Right, that's dealt with. There are 2 reasons... Wait, so prices are naturally higher than the other regions. There are 2 reasons why holy snow crystals bring in a high price. The first is their scarcity. The second is that they're found in dangerous areas where ferocious monsters roam. So, do you get what I'm trying to say? The higher prices of goods also mean a higher reward for clearing out monsters, right? Exactly, Fern. This place has a large vein that only locals know about. I would like you to take down the monsters that nests there. Also, once you've dealt with the monster, I'd like you to create a barrier that keep people out of that location, so that they can then farm the crystals for themselves, right? Yes, make it so that people cannot enter that area. Sure, we accept. A request to make a barrier against people's unusual, isn't it? It takes time to gather workers and funding for mining, so it's not uncommon to secure a location by putting up a barrier to prevent claim jumping. So, let's go defeat that monster. Listen, Logan's goated, but like he has a 0, as a typical cat, I suppose. He has 0 spatial awareness. Actually, no, cats should have good spatial awareness, but he does not. He will stand on, like, my desk has plenty of room, loads of room, but he will always find a way to only stand on the keyboard. Or, like he did at the beginning of last stream, unplug my mic. But I'm sure he'll find his way back in. Don't you worry. To be fair, he's not the only cat that terrorizes my keyboard. My other one, I got 3, and 2 of the 3 are keyboard terrorists. Anyway, let's go defeat that monster. Oh shit, they're big. That thing's huge. Don't let your guard down. The fact that there was a subjugation request means that the adventurers at the camp wouldn't stand a chance against it. Keep your guard up or you're dead. I feel like they should be able to absolutely smack them, right? The risk equals the reward, huh? Alright, time to take it down. Really was strong. So dark already. We'll have to camp out here for the night. Frieren, rise and shine. 5 more hours. Me. I remember one of my New Year's resolutions was to try to get back into like a routine of doing things. Like just get into a daily normal routine of like getting up a bit earlier, going to the gym, even like don't chicken out of going to the gym in the morning when it's cold outside. Just do it. And yet, this was me this morning. Great start to the new year. Happy New Year, by the way, everyone of them. You got 7 cats? Darkside? What are their names? Go on. That's crazy. There must never be a dull moment with 7 cats. Take a look outside. The holy snow crystal vein is shining in the morning sun. It's truly beautiful. Our goal was just to make money for traveling expenses. I didn't expect I would get to witness something like this. Beautiful. This is more than enough reason to defeat the Demon King. If we do, the time will come when everyone can see this heavenly spectacle. Well, it might not be everyone, but the time has actually arrived when many people can see this. It's a strange feeling. Now, the people who come are going to cut it up. It makes me a little sad, but I suppose this is how the times change. Well then, let's place a barrier around it and head back. Thank you, I'm grateful. Here is the reward as promised. Now, I can protect that vein. Protect? You're not going to mine it? I'm from this region. That beautiful site as well. Yes! Bosh, this guy's my goat. This is what I was going to say. Preserve that shit, man. Don't let these beautiful crystals... Don't decrystallize the region. Like, keep it around, bro. That beautiful site is what led me to become an adventurer. You have my gratitude. The natural beauty of my homeland will be preserved thanks to you. Frieren, why would you buy a magical item in a place where the prices are so high? This was a rare find. I guess funds are still going to be tight. Bro! Frieren, what the fuck did you buy this time, man? Milo, Guts, Astro, Orange, Black Hole, Bulu, and Technoblade. I like that. Is Orange by any chance? And if he is Orange, is he the craziest one? Because that sure as hell is the case with my orange cat. Bro is a nutcase. But What orange cat isn't? Mistress Frieren, another request from the Continental Magic Association? No, it appears to be a personal request from Learning, the first-class mage. He didn't send it through the Continental Magic Association, so I have a feeling it's some troublesome matter. It doesn't sound like an official request, so I think it's okay to refuse. You don't seem too keen on it. Well, I do hate that guy. He put a hole in your shoulder after all. He sent us a grimoire as a reward along with the request. Okay, let's do it. Really? Oh, so they are joining up to the Golden Land. Okay. Wow. Gold everywhere as far as the eye can see. The fortress city of Weser. 50 years ago, Macht, one of the 7 sages of destruction, turned this ill-fated city into gold in the blink of an eye. I've heard rumours, but I didn't believe the Continental Magic Association was actually managing it. There's a great barrier surrounding the Golden Land. Macht must still be sealed inside. I'm surprised. I knew the keeper of the barrier would be from the Continental Magic Association, but I didn't expect it to be you, Denken. I had to plead with Siri to let me take over as the keeper of the barrier. My hometown is within this Golden Land. Ironic, huh? The Golden Land looks breathtakingly beautiful from here. Is that your hometown? Not exactly. The fortress city of Weser was governed by my father-in-law, Lord Gluck. I don't know why that name's funny. It's not funny, but it is funny. My hometown is at the northernmost end. Long ago, my wife and I used to live in that mansion over there. That village was engulfed by the Golden Land only a few years ago. A few years ago? What do you mean? This is going to be a really niche reference for a lot of you people, but picturing this place, this land being turned into gold reminds me of that one Pokemon movie. Which one was it? Fuck. Was it Pokemon? It's the one with the unknown. It's not Pokemon 1, it's not Pokemon 2000. Pokemon the movie 3 maybe? Or Pokemon Forever? It's the one with the banger Johto opening. It's a whole new world we live in. Oh, man, I want to rewatch that film now. And I rewatched it last year. He is orange, and he's the second craziest one. Versus Technoblade. Alright, well, that's... And are they all similar ages? Because we've got 3, one's 6, maybe 7 now. Can't really remember. And then 4 and 2. A few years ago, what do you mean? According to the letter from Learning, the Golden Land was sealed inside the barrier along with Macht 50 years ago. Isn't that correct? The barrier is there only to seal Macht inside. The Golden Land itself is still expanding gradually. That's why someone needs to adjust the size of the barrier every year. Makes sense. So that's how the Continental Magic Association has maintained it. It's not like Siri to stay away from Macht, but it was a wise decision. Even I would do the same, I think. The keeper of the barrier is granted the right to pass through into the Golden Land, so I've already gone in to visit my wife's grave in my home village. I see, and are you satisfied now? Well, let me tell you this first. We won't help you fight Macht, if that is your intention. This is as troublesome as I thought. We won't accept this request. Fern, send the grimoire back. What the fuck? Bro, this guy has to be crazy built different. If Frieren is turning down a grimoire, bro, she will face demons for anything. Start of the stream, she did shit for a tongue twister fucking thing. And now she's rejecting a grimoire because she doesn't want to fight this dude. Okay, now I am consider myself locked the fuck in for this arc now. I can't wait to see this Max dude. What's the matter, Mr. Frieren? This is unlike you. Unlike me, I've always prioritized our lives first. Aren't you overreacting a little? I mean, we've fought demons before, and I've lost a fight against Macht of the Golden Land before too. Macht is One of 11 mages who have defeated me. Oh, shit. Qual was also one of them. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure there was another one. So there's Qual, there's Macht. Are there any other mages that we know, that I should know of currently that have defeated Frieren? Because I doubt we're going to, in these next, like, however many chapters I've got till I'm caught up, because I know it's not a lot, I doubt we're going to learn the identities and the stories behind all 11, but that sounds like a banger video idea, bro. I want to do a video on all 11 mages who defeated Frieren. That shit sounds sick. But I just don't think it's going to be possible by this point. Anyway, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. And even now, I cannot picture myself beating Macht. What the... This dude is built different. Sorry, guys. I have a bit of a sore throat. So let me just neck a bit of cough syrup because I can feel it getting bad. Delicious. Yay. That was lovely. I think it wash it down with some gamer subs. Anyway, you're better off keeping him sealed inside the barrier if you want to ensure his defeat, even if it takes a century or a millennium. It's still a mystery. Alright, good night, Darkside. Damn, that's still a mystery. But I really hope if I could have anything to start the year, because we're going to be caught up to Frieren pretty soon. If I could ask for anything right now, it would be for that. When I'm caught up, let's bring the manga back. How often did Frieren used to release chapters? Was it a weekly manga, or was it like monthly, or what was the release schedule before it went on hiatus? Macht's morality will catch up with him before this region is swallowed up by the Golden Land. That's probably Siri's plan too. Mrs. Frieren, that is just too... No, you're right. I used to think that would be enough. I'm far more heartless than you people think. After my wife passed away, it took me a long time to return to my homeland. I'm far from being the sort of admirable man who would faithfully visit his wife's grave. One day I will return. One day I will return. I kept telling myself that, and yet I would use my duties as an excuse not to go. Perhaps at some point I became afraid of remembering even the happy days I'd spent with my wife. A few years ago, an old friend of mine informed me that my hometown had finally been engulfed by the Golden Land. That was the first time I decided to return. I truly am heartless. I didn't take over the role as keeper of the barrier to defeat Macht and save my hometown, or for any other noble reason. I did it to give up on everything. I thought if I could see with my own eyes how much my home had changed after so long, I could accept the fact that the memories of my wife and the place I lived with her are gone, that I had abandoned them over half a century ago. I planned to spend my final days here in peace after that. But it's the same. It's the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all. It was only a few years ago that the Golden Land swallowed it up, but the place that holds my dearest memories is still here. I can accept the fact that the memories of my wife and the place I lived with her are gone. Wait, what? I swear I've just gone back a page. What? Viz, what the... Viz! Viz, what the... What? Alright, let's... I think Viz has just died. So let's just refresh the page real quick. Yeah. The place that holds my dearest memories is still here. I don't know how I lived like that. No matter how long ago it was, no matter how hard and painful my life has been, those happy days were real and genuine. Fuck, Frieren's so peak, bro. I don't get why you wanted to see the spell for... I don't get why you wanted to see the spell for the Field of Flowers. You really are strange, Himmel. Frieren, you surprised me. I've never seen that look on your face before. Well, this spell, it was a spell that my master loved. I try to use it as little as possible because it reminds me of her. But it's strange. I feel incredibly calm right now. I don't know what kind of life you've lived, but I can imagine that it's been difficult and a painful journey. So much so that you've forgotten to understand such a simple thing. I believe you were happy when you were with your master. You just felt happy, and that's okay. It's alright to remember, Frieren. Frieren, I'm sorry for holding you up. No need to accept a request like this. Learning came to you out of concern for me. I always intended to fight this battle on my own. Besides, I believe I have enough information to increase my chances of success. I won't be reckless. I don't want to die before I can see the colours of my hometown again. Alright, we'll help you, Denkin. First of all, we'll find some more ways to increase your chances of victory. We can turn tail and run any time after all. Okay, now this arc is beginning... Whoa, pardon me. The cough syrup came back up for a sec. This arc has begun. Without a shadow of a doubt. Weekly, but it releases bi-weekly unofficially. Okay. Cool. Diagoldze, the spell to transmute all creation into gold. Okay. This cabin is for the keeper of the barrier, but there haven't been many eccentric enough to actually stay here. I heard that the previous keepers would only visit this place when they needed to adjust the barrier, and they would leave as soon as they were done. Understandable. Even though the barrier separates this place from the Golden Land, it's still too close to Macht. Any mage would find it unsettling, wouldn't they? Fern, are you okay? You've looked pale ever since... Yeah, she's not spoken, actually. You've looked pale ever since we saw the Golden Land. I'm fine. Sorry, I should have thought of it. The Golden Land is too disturbing for anyone who isn't used to it. Hey, what are you all talking about? You aren't affected at all, are you, Stark? That's why we can count on warriors at a time like this. If it's something only mages can sense, then are we talking about mana? From the Golden Land? Does it mean that the Macht guy is emitting an insane amount of mana? Quite the opposite. I cannot sense his mana in the slightest. Even with the barrier, I should still be able to sense his mana from this distance because of the spell he's using to turn such a vast area into gold, and yet I cannot sense anything. My mana detection is not identifying the Golden Land as a region that's been transmuted into gold through magic. Instead, it's just identifying it as an enormous lump of gold. Not magical at all. You're not wrong. That is how I perceived it too. It's disturbing, isn't it? To be unable to identify what is supposed to be magic as magic. See, Macht is using Diagoldze. Oh shit, that's what he looks, that's his design? It's a curse that turns everything into gold. Something weirdly familiar about his design, but I'm pretty sure we've not seen him. If I remember correctly, curses are a type of spell used by demons and monsters, and humans haven't figured out how they work, right? More accurately, curse is the general term for spells that change the state of living beings in matter. For example, spells that put the target to sleep or turn the target into stone. So to dispel them, you need the magic of a priest. The magic of the goddess? If it were an ordinary curse, countless heroes were transmuted into gold by Macht in the Northern Lands during the long war against the Demon King's army. And they remain as golden statues to this day. Not one has ever been restored. So does that mean, yes, Diagoldze cannot be dispelled, even with the magic of the goddess. It's the most powerful curse I know of. Awa can't help? Naturally, since we can't identify it as magic, it's impossible to block with defensive spells, or to evade. That's why Macht of Golden Land is said to be the strongest of all the 7 Sages of Destruction. Quite frankly, I don't think we stand a chance of winning. We'd need to bring Siri along. Let me explain everything, including that matter too. My predecessor, the first-class mage, Lernen, investigated the interior of the Golden Land before I took over his role, and I received some information from Edel, the second-class mage who accompanied him. It's all... I'll start at the beginning. Start with the conclusion first. Oh, Frieren wants bro to turn it into some sort of like Christopher Nolan film. You've done a great job, Edel. We'll be back in Arburst in just a few days. Never again. Investigating this Golden Land was like a living hell. But we were able to hand over valuable information to Denken. It will help save his hometown. Yo, what's good? Lerico Machina? Said that wrong. Without a shadow of a doubt. We'll go with Lerico. You seem to favour Denken, don't you? Can I ask you why? It might be a bit of a long story. I don't care, I've got nothing to do anyway. Well, we've been friends for a long time. I was an Imperial mage when he was young. Denken and I started working there around the same time. Denken came from the Imperial Army, and I was from a wealthy noble family. But strangely, we got along. We enjoyed working together. I was a man of many talents, but I lacked social skills. I lost my position at a young age. Denken was the only one who stood by me through it all. At the time, I promised myself that I would repay his kindness. He was an awkward young man like me, but he had an enthusiasm that I did not possess. Also, he was an incredibly devoted husband. He would tell me how much he loved his wife in his usual matter-of-fact manner, and I would often smile, I would often force a smile and listen to him. Even after his wife passed away, he would always share his memories of her with me and tell me his plans to return to his hometown one day. I miss those days. Nowadays he barely talks about such things. In the end, he did not return home for over 50 years. And I think I understand why. It takes extraordinary courage to face the things you lost a long time ago. And then the Golden Land engulfed his village just a few years ago. That's when he finally took action. And that is why I wished to help him return. Not to the hard, cold Golden Land, but to the colourful, radiant place where he once lived his life. Maybe you think he made up his mind too late? Way too late. I agree. Why? Why after all this time? But I don't blame him. We're only human and our time is limited. There is no such thing as someday in our lives. How foolish of us. Neither Denken nor I realised this simple fact until we grew old. You see, I had also kept putting off repaying his kindness. I told myself that I could do it any time, that I would lend him a hand when he was truly in trouble, but the day we have to say our final farewells could come at any moment. All we have is now. That's why I'd like to help him any way I can, and it's why I decided to let him have the honour of saving this place from the Golden Land. This is our final fight against the inevitable as feeble old men. I wonder what he'll think when he sees his golden hometown full of memories of the past. I'm certain that Denken will show us a bold and beautiful final battle against inevitability that I could never pull off myself. Bro, that speech went fucking hard, man. The shit about, someday and all, and just, bro. My guy just went off right there. But the bottom line is, it is impossible to defeat Macht. Alright, dismissed. Let's listen to the whole story. Bro, he went, this whole fucking thing about, our time's limited, we're only humans, no such thing as someday. Man, I gotta live my life like that. I forgot to update the chapter. Right, chapter. Oh wait, no. Now we're on chapter 83. Oh, is this Macht? He does look kind of cold. Can't lie. It is true that we could not defeat Macht, but under the current circumstances, we are also unlikely to lose. So I'd like to find ways for us to win using the information I've gathered so far. Hold on. What do you mean by unlikely to lose? Frieren, you must be curious why I'm still alive, especially since you fought Macht yourself. Well, yeah. What does that mean? I have already entered the Golden Land and visited my wife's grave once. Macht's mana detection covers the entire area of the Golden Land, and his detection skill is extremely precise. Even I would find it difficult to trick him. And he did indeed find me. Oh, ooh, okay. He let me leave. Right now, at least, he doesn't intend to kill me. You sound so certain. You say that as if you know Macht personally. And that's why I said that I would tell you the story from the beginning. There are complicated circumstances, but I'll start with the current situation of the Golden Land and Macht. It was the newly established Continental Magic Association that sealed Macht in the fortress city of Weiss inside the barrier 50 years ago. Even though that was the right thing to do, they've taken a passive stance ever since. They've done nothing else apart from managing the barrier. Then, my old friend Lernan started his personal mission to investigate the interior of the Golden Land. I received the report of his investigation in the form of memories through Edel, a second-class mage. Let me share that information with you now. Ooh. I approve. They're cute. I know, right? They're the latest products from the bakery over there. I chose the kitty one, and Leween chose the bunny one. It's not bad. Have you no mercy? I mean, realistically, chat, you have to go for the bunny ear first. That's first bite, right? You got to go straight for that bunny ear. If you're not taking your first bite out of the ear, what the fuck is wrong with you there, bro? They've got bears too. It's a difficult choice. Where's the... I think the correct bite's got to be the ear there as well. But Loki, I might actually go under the ear. Because it's all round, right? Anyway, sidetracked. I would like those 3 animals. One of each. So, bougie? Hey, can you skip this scene? Memory transference is an advanced spell. It's difficult to pick things out. It seems like the memory tends to start from a scene that left an impression on the caster. Anyway, I don't think it's necessary to start the story from there either. Can I really? This is nothing compared to the fees I'll be paying to your family after this. Second-class mage, Edel. Another job for the Continental Magic Association, huh? First-class mage learning. Well, this one is more of a personal request from me. Doesn't matter. I don't want to work. I'm sorry, there are no other experts in hypnosis as great as you among the first-class mages. There's that crazy woman Methode. She's not much of an expert. Also, she's considerably less crazy than other first-class mages. You must have a hard time her learning. It's not so bad. I enjoy it quite a bit. It must be because I'm the craziest of them all. And what are the details of the request? It involves the Golden Land. Is there anything I can help you with? You're aware that my hypnosis magic is practically useless unless the target's human. You cannot control the minds of demons. Exactly. Hypnosis spells only work on humans or creatures similar to them. It has no effect on demons as they're a different form of intelligent life with a completely different origins and mentalities. We are humans after all. We could guess what demons are thinking, but we could never empathize with them. How could I control their minds? You're right. That's not what I'm asking for help with. What is this? The stone bracelet of the servitude. There is only one magical item in the world that can control the mind of a demon. It was created by Ewif the sage. This here is a replica. In the past, there were those who abused this item. Macht of the Golden Land, one of the 7 sages of destruction. His magic is capable of transmuting anything into gold. The lord of the fortress city of Weiss wanted enormous wealth, and bent Macht to his will by putting the stone bracelet of servitude on him. But Macht rebelled and sent Weiss to its doom, turning it into gold in the blink of an eye. According to the reports from the few survivors of the Golden Land, Macht is still wearing the stone bracelet of servitude. I think it's malfunctioning for some reason. This replica does not demonstrate the same power, but its magical structure has been faithfully reproduced. Edel, even if you don't understand the minds of demons as an expert in hypnosis, you should be able to decipher the structure of this magic. I see. So you want me to restore the stone bracelet of servitude on Macht, huh? I believe that is the key to defeating Macht of the Golden Land. You put too much pressure on me. What will you do if I fail? Do you know how I've managed to survive this long? By knowing when to give up. We're almost there. My colleagues have already entered the Golden Land to conduct a preliminary investigation. Will they be alright? The one in command is Tao, a first-class mage. He's still young, but he's an elite mage with plenty of combat experience in the Northern Plateau. Others are second-class mages like you, but most of them are more experienced than Tao. They should be able to bring back useful information. Let's hear their reports first. This is not the meeting point we agreed on. Master Learning, second-class mage Frieren, report. Yes, sir. We encountered Macht in the Golden Land. It was over in a flash. He never gave us a chance to use any magic. The rest are all dead. In a flash? Wait, then how are you still alive? I ran as fast as I could. Let me rephrase that. Why did Macht allow you to live? I don't know. Edel, read her memories right now. It's too late. Learning, we're outside the barrier. Fuck, okay, shit. I'm sorry to have made you suffer like this for her. He must have let her go to warn us. He's saying, I can end mere mortals like you anytime I want. He underestimates us completely. I can't wait to enter the Golden Land. I fucking love Learning. Like, Learning as had some cold moments and he's not done anything. Bro just speaks and it sounds cold. Daredevil. A full power spell that hinders perception has been cast on that barrier. It wouldn't even be visible to ordinary people. The Golden Land would draw anyone's attention and stimulate a person's greed. People who lived in nearby villages left this area long ago, and now almost no one remembers the location of the fortress city of Weiss. Still, there are skilled people who break through the perception hindering magic and try to recover the gold, but almost none of them return alive. The Great Barrier of the Golden Land was specifically created to ward off demons. It's not something that can perfectly prevent humans from trespassing, and we cannot take responsibility for such reckless people in any case. Besides, there'd be chaos if the gold here was to be distributed. That's true. I was wondering what would happen if you took something out of there and sold it. Luckily, there is a way to distinguish it. You can't destroy the gold that Macht magically created. Correct. It never changes its form no matter how much it's heated, nor how much force you apply to it. When you analyze it with magic, it reads as gold, but it's actually a completely different substance. Damn, you could just sell all that shit and scam. Damn. That is the only settlement that remains in this region. There is someone I would like you to meet before we enter the Golden Land. He used to work as a servant for the Lord of the Weiss and his family, the Glucks. Why the fuck does the name Gluck? The Gluck family. Damn. You Lord Gluck? Crazy. He was on an errand in a neighbouring town the day Weiss turned to gold, and so didn't fall victim. He's one of the few survivors. He wasn't closely related to the people who were connected to the incident, but I'm hoping he can help us learn more about Macht. My only concern is that his memories of the time might have faded with age. Bro, he sat right next to you, man. I would like you to read his memories. He gave us his consent. Please, make use of them to save Whis. How long did you work as their servant? 20 years. That is too much information to process. Can you narrow it down? He witnessed the Lord of Whis put the stone bracelet of servitude on Macht 60 years ago. Got it. I command you to serve the people of the fortress city of Whis and all of their descendants, and you must never commit malicious acts towards us, the people of Whis. The moment you bear the slightest ill will towards us, you shall end your own life. So how did bro rebel? Learning, the Lord commanded Macht to not have malicious intent towards the people of Whis. He didn't give him a precise command, but ordered him not to commit a malicious act. Also, like, I guess is maybe like turning all the city into gold. Technically not malicious. It's like, here's gold. I don't know. Is there a problem? Right, it wouldn't be a problem if what we were facing was human. Learning, let's head to the Golden Land. But this could all be in vain depending on the circumstances. Oh, it's pronounced Vase? Alright. Thank you. These German pronunciations, they kick my ass. I almost forgot. One last question. What did the Lord want from Macht in the first place? I heard that it was to gain enormous wealth. So, yeah, I'm guessing then that's how he was able to turn it all into gold without it technically counting as malicious intent? We'll see. We've entered the Golden Land. We must be careful. Don't you find it strange? I do, but there are too many strange things. So I don't know which one you're talking about. He manipulated Macht in order to gain enormous wealth. Do you think that's really possible? Gold that can't be processed can be exposed as fake easily. The reason many countries have used gold as currency for so long, and why its value is universal, is that even if the country it came from is gone, it can be reprocessed. Whether it's made into jewelry or the coins of a new country. Gold retains its value because it's a rare metal that can be processed easily. On the other hand, this has no value as gold. Gold that can't be processed is no better than sand that looks like salt. It has no significant value. An imitation is an imitation. There must be a reason we haven't figured out yet. Okay, so it's not that. Oh shit, Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen? These are corpses. Truly awful. Some are colleagues, others are adventurers who trespassed into the Golden Land. Edel, I know. Ooh. Oh well, we were confident in our ability to conceal ourselves. You should have turned back. Now I'll have to display 2 more corpses because of you. You sound rather reluctant. I don't enjoy conflict very much. That's why I make statues of the people I kill so brutally. The sight of them is enough to make most humans turn back. The only ones who disturb my peace are daredevils like you. Shit, he's got a cape that turns into a sword? That is kind of cold. Daredevils, you say? I'm honoured. That's the best compliment I've ever received. Damn, but learning's more cold. I can't lie. So it is called Vice. Still got it fucking wrong. Edel, I know. I can still analyze and restore the stone bracelet of servitude even from this distance. I can buy you time. How much do you need? That depends on how much I need to restore. So it could be a long battle then. I've been itching to fight. But I'm so intrigued to know how learning's gonna... But I guess, yeah, but this... Bro, I'm so interested in how this is gonna end. He's not immediately trying to turn me to gold. His priority must be to make an example of me. He doesn't see me as the slightest threat. Well, I assume not, no. I can take advantage of that. I'm far from being a master of magic, but I've never lost a battle to buy time. He's annoying to fight, but not only annoying, I can tell he's not fighting to kill. What are you actually after? I see. You're trying to repair the stone bracelet of servitude. In that case, your efforts are in vain. Learning, I have bad news. You do? Not what I want to hear. The stone bracelet of servitude is functioning properly. The hypnosis spell cast on Macht hasn't lost its effect. What does that mean? If that's true, Macht shouldn't be able to bear any malice towards the people of Vicey. Vice? I don't know how you say it, Glacius. And yet, he's turned the city and its people into gold. There's no way he committed these acts without malice. Edel, please share your opinion on this. Probably. We demons know the word malice, but we don't have any concept of it. We don't feel malice. We cannot feel an emotion that doesn't exist for us. Damn, that's true. Demons were originally monsters that preyed on people by tricking them with words. To them, deceiving and killing humans is instinctive. This is simply a drive that they were born with. They don't need an emotional reason to harm humans. They don't think any more about it than we do about sleeping or eating. There is no malice in a demon's heart. They don't need it in the first place. I see. Well, that's not good for us. Can you add another command to the stone bracelet of servitude? Only the original user can do that. Are you done discussing your strategy? Yes, we've decided to retreat for now. My actual goal was to gather information. I hoped I'd be lucky enough to take it down, but I learned that I shouldn't aim too high. I've always been a coward who does better behind the scenes. And so, I shall let my brave friend have the glory of victory, and I will accept this fact and focus on gathering information myself. Fortunately, we haven't fully revealed what we're capable of. Why don't we make a fresh start next time? I'll return again soon. I won't give up until you show your hand. I'm speechless. Do you think I would just let you do that? You seem to think that I'm the only one fighting against you. Edel is not strong by any means, but she's a far braver mage than me. Astounding. Oh, you read my memories. It seems that we won't need to return here after all. Excellent job, Edel. You made me proud. We have the information we need. Shit, that was fucking cold, bro. Oh, she's got another one of the escape ropes. Just summons a giant. I see. So Edel read Macht's memories. What an incredible hypnosis mage user she is. Is that such an impressive thing to pull off? Oh, come on, Stark. You're smarter than that, bro. Of course it is. The mental structure of a demon's mind is very different from that of a human. It's an extremely difficult task to dive into one and pick through their memories. And the fact that she did in such a short amount of time as well. She must have suffered agonizing pain. The sun's saying, it's about time. I'll tell you about Macht's memories after finishing my business. What do you mean? I've been visiting the Golden Land every day, and I've been having discussions. Discussions with whom? With Macht of the Golden Land. I've been having a good conversation with the demon. In other words, wasting my time. But I've kept it up continuously, even if I'm just clutching at straws. Oh, shit. I sense peak is on the horizon. Edel is... Bro, because from how I was understanding it, with how she was using her magic to read the memories of the Gluck guy, because she needed a specific time frame kind of right. Like 20 years was too much, and then like he was like, oh, he saw this moment 60 years ago, so she could go directly to that. So I'm assuming it's tough to not only enter the mind of someone, especially for a demon, as Frieren explained, because of the differences, but the fact that she was able to assumingly pinpoint the information she needed as well, and the fact that she got praised by Frieren as well reinforces the fact that Edel kind of goated. She's a first-class mage caliber in terms of mental magic. If only she had the same talent in combat. Yeah. Bro, imagine how fucking OP she would be, yeah. Jesus. Like, yeah. Fuck. Like, imagine if Ino had the same combat prowess as Sakura in Naruto, bro. What do you mean you've been having discussions with Macht? The entire area belonged to the Glucks. My village was their domain too. I'm one of the few citizens of Vice. It's Vice City now for me. Alright, that's what we're going with. I recalled that there were 2 commands linked to the Stone Bracelet of Servitude. The first command was to serve the people of Vice, and the second was to never bear any malice towards them. So even though malice means nothing to him, the command to serve may possibly be effective. She pulled around 100 years of memory just like that against what looks to be one of, if not the strongest character we've come across. I mean, fair fucks to Edel, bro. That's crazy. That's why you were left unharmed when you entered the Golden Land. Could it be that Macht would obey your commands? Is that why you've been having discussions with him? I assume you don't have much of an advantage, otherwise you would have simply solved everything by ordering Macht to die. Correct. He doesn't harm me, but he almost never accepts any forceful commands. Demons are antisocial creatures by nature. The concept of servitude may be ambiguous to them. Why do you keep making a fool of yourself by talking with him if you understand the situation? He could kill you at any time, depending on how Macht interprets the concept of servitude. That's why I said I'm just clutching at straws. My goal is to restore the Golden Land. Of course I aim to defeat Macht, but it's all for nothing if the Golden Land doesn't revert back to normal after I kill him. That makes sense. That is tricky. I don't get it. Won't defeating Macht restore the Golden Land to normal? What happens to the magic after the death of the caster depends on the traits of the spell. Some spells lose their effect once the caster dies, like that sleeping one. But there are also spells that do not. The classic example is barrier magic. Oh yeah, true, because... Several of the barrier spells cast by the Great Mage Flam still remain in effect to this day. Diagoldze is a kind of magic that remains even after the death of the caster, right? Oh shit, this just got way more difficult then. What the fuck? I don't know how the fuck they're meant to do this. You're right, if the Golden Land could be returned to normal, Macht is the only one who can do it. And he's aware of that too. I don't know how the fuck you're meant to beat this guy. Because he's got all the cards, and he's OP. Therefore, Macht will never restore the Golden Land, and I can't kill him. So what are we doing here? Even if we find a way to kill him, that fact does not change. Macht knows the value of his own life very well. That sounds like a hostage situation. That's why you continue talking with him, even though you know it's pointless. Because of your impossible wish to restore the Golden Land. You really are in the worst situation. You can't win or lose. Yeah, Shorty, they are cooked, bro. And this don't feel like the kind of manga that's going to whip out the power of friendship. I can't lie. And if there is one character who is definitely not going to pull out the power of friendship against a demon, the talk no jutsu, it's this little old lady here. She does not have the capability in her to talk no jutsu a demon, bro. Not in a million years is she torn out shooting a demon. So I'm interested to see how she's going to join in on this conversation. Is that safe? It's possible Macht won't lay a hand on you if I introduce you as my friend, but I cannot be certain. That's also true because she's not a citizen of Vase. He could just kill her. I won't have you risk your life on such uncertainties. Aren't you also risking your life on those same uncertainties? There's something I want to check, and I need to see Macht in person for that. We're looking for ways to defeat him, right? I think it would be a far more constructive opinion than continuing to have meaningless discussions. Very well, let's go together. You two stay here. We're coming with you. You sure? You're trembling, Stark. Frieren, I've always been confident in my ability to flee quickly. I'll pick you all up and run when all hell breaks loose. You're worrying too much. We're just gonna go and have a discussion. Nothing will happen, and I'm not planning to start anything either. Okay. As soon as Frieren locks eyes with the demon, it's on sight, bro. I don't believe it. But I'm apologizing to you in advance, so don't get upset, okay? See, it's gonna be on sight with her. I've been expecting you. Please, come in. May I ask who they are? My friends. Treat them well. As you command. Delighted to make your acquaintance. I am Macht, the magic instructor of the Gluck family. This is not the first time we've met. I fought you once, 600 years ago. Pardon me. I see. So you don't remember me after all. Do you want me to help you remember? Oh shit, it's on sight. Don't. We came here to talk. My sincerest apologies. Please, before it gets cold. I don't turn teacups and saucers into gold. Lord Gluck was fond of them. Hey, Frieren, what were you thinking? What? You were trying to pick a fight, weren't you? You almost gave me a heart attack. I told you not to get upset, didn't I? There was something I wanted to confirm. Oh, something you wanted to confirm? I'm intrigued. Did you learn anything? Yeah, it became clear to me that I can't beat you. But also, it's clear that you aren't perfect either. Master Denken, who is she? I see, a mage from the party of heroes that defeated our Demon King, Mistress Frieren. This brings back so many memories. Master Denken has always loved hearing about the adventures of the heroes. You talk like it doesn't concern you at all. Don't you think about avenging your king? Hey, well, I genuinely don't care. I never really felt any allegiance to him anyway. I truly despise conflict to begin with. My only wish is to spend my time peacefully in this land, and still, humans always force me to fight them, just as you three nearly did just now. Though part of the Demon King's army, I've always been more of a pacifist and sought ways for us to coexist. Now, I don't know if I'm just getting baited right now, but I low-key believe him. But I feel like I'm getting baited, bro. Frieren's gonna look me in the eyes and say, "Don't ever, demons use words against you." We'll see. Even before they put the stone bracelet of servitude on me, I find that hard to believe. I've heard that from your kind again and again, so many times that I've stopped keeping count. You demons lie as naturally as we breathe. As you breathe, huh? That's a good one. However, I am not lying. Master Denken, I know that you've read my memories through that girl. I believe you know that I'm telling the truth. He's right. Macht wishes for coexistence with humans. He's not lying. That makes it even more hopeless. You're too dangerous. You wish to coexist with humans, yet you choose not to restore the Golden Land, and you slaughter intruders mercilessly. And most importantly, you reek of death. You've killed countless people already. Why would you continue to kill humans if you wish to coexist with them? Allow me to ask you a question instead. Why would you ask me such a thing? I knew it. This discussion was a complete waste of time. Alright, you made it clear to me. These demons are an utterly different species from us. I am now certain that we can never understand each other. Shall we call it a day? Let's go. Tell me, what was your relationship with Macht before? The two of you seem rather close. He was retained as a mage by Lord Gluck, and he was my mentor. Yo, what's good, Leo? Welcome to the channel, my guy. This is why Macht is... Bro, I would say the one thing Frieren has... I wouldn't even say lacked is a fair word to use, because it's not really had any, but it has lacked like a good villain, if that makes sense. But the arcs have been so short, and there's not really been a chance for a villain to really shine. The closest, obviously, would have been like the tuning exam, the magic exams. But again, there was antagonists, but there wasn't really villains. You had like Aura, but again, like that whole demon party, it was so short. But this is the first time I felt a Frieren villain is having time to actually share the spotlight of the story. And it's a great first pick. And his design's hard as well. And I know he's good because it's like, if you guys read Dandadan, it's like the Evil Eye. So when I first read Dandadan, I was like, I fell for the Evil Eye backstory, if you could call it that. And like you guys saw, I immediately kind of was like, no, I trust this Macht guy. And now I'm even more interested because, yeah, this guy was trained by Macht, had looked into Macht's memories. He's telling the truth? Oh, is that true, Clasius? I mean, I haven't got any of the volumes, and unfortunately you don't really see the volumes on Viz, the covers, but I've seen some of the volume covers, and they are incredible. Like the colour. Do you know what they remind me of? One of my favourite... I mean, the ending was fucking trash. The final arc was trash. But one of my favourite manga is The Promised Neverland. The art especially, and like the volume... bro, like, let me hang on. Like, the Promised Neverland art for the volume covers is stunning. And like, Posca Demizu is one of my all-time favorite artists. Even though I've only read Promised Neverland. But like, her Instagram art's incredible, and I need to read more stuff that she makes, or draws or illustrates. But the Frieren covers, I don't know if it's the colors, right? And there's something about it that Frieren is the only other series where I've seen the volume covers and they remind me of the Promised Neverland art, which is the biggest praise I can give. Because, yeah, I just... It's something about the colours. They look so, like, realistic. They're not super saturated and... I don't know how to explain it, but other than just absolute peak. Anyway, Macht was my mentor. He began teaching me spells when I was a child. He's an unusual demon who can use humanity's magic. When you were a child... Hold on. How old are you now? I'm turning 78 this year. The years don't add up. It was 60 years ago when they put the stone bracelet of servitude on Macht, right? Macht began serving Lord Gluck over 80 years ago. Bro, this Macht dude's becoming one of my favourite characters, and he'd been in the story for like 2 chapters. They put the stone bracelet of servitude on Macht roughly 20 years after that. It wasn't because of anything he'd done. There were serious political issues back then, and they led to Macht's current situation. Bro, I'm so... Then why did he do what he did? Yo, what's up, Andrea? In fact, Macht had been amicable toward us even before the stone bracelet of servitude was put on him. At least, he had never defied Lord Gluck's orders. I used to think that a safety precaution like the stone bracelet of servitude was unnecessary. But now that I think about it, we were in an extraordinary situation. The fortress city of Vice at that time was a city where coexistence with demons was possible. So Frieren, did you find some way for us to win during our discussion with Macht? Unfortunately, I've reached the same conclusion as you. We cannot defeat Macht as things stand now. He could have turned us into gold at any moment. Is that so? And you still trying to pick a fight with him? Frieren, you're hiding something. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just not sure of it. There are too many uncertainties to call it a winning strategy. I'm sure you've already found something that might lead us to victory too. You've read Macht's memories after all. About that, I haven't finished analysing them all. What do you mean? There are simply too many memories to read. The range of memories that Edel scanned cover 100 years. A century's worth of memories, huh? Was she able to read that many memories? She was able to read that many memories with a touch? She really is an excellent hypnosis magic user. That's what we were saying, chat. It'd take too long to analyse the details on my own. Alright, I'll help you with that. Yep, you've got the perfect person for this right here. Is that possible? Hypnosis magic's not my strong suit, but as long as someone assists me, I can share and analyse memories. Thank you, Frieren. I owe you one. Let's find a way to defeat Macht from the world of his memories. Yeah, because I imagine Frieren, like, so that's 100 years to cover. And this might not be how it necessarily works, but it's currently my headcanon until proven otherwise. That, like, for someone like Denken or me or you guys, if we were to... The concept of 100 years worth of memories is just so unfathomably massive that it's just incomprehensible, right? But 100 years worth of memories for Frieren is just like, whatever. So that's why I'm imagining she's low-key perfect for this kind of shit. And why she'd be able to do it quick. It truly was a worthwhile discussion. Why would you continue to kill humans if you wish to coexist with them? An excellent question, Frieren. Understanding the differences in our sensibilities will show us the way to coexist, and that is what I aim for. Frieren should have access to my memories by now. When are we going to talk about Chainsaw Man again? Soon. I would like to do it sooner rather than later. It's just none of us are currently caught up right now. Because I'm going to hold my hand up and I'm going to be honest. I wasn't really fucking with part 2 a lot. Like, I was enjoying it when Asa was the main character. And then I kind of stopped reading when Denshi came back. Because, I don't know, something just wasn't quite hitting for me. Reading it weekly at least. And so I've just been letting the chapters build up for a long time. And so the plan is at some point is I'll read Chainsaw Man Part 2 on stream. It might be what I read after Frieren. For you guys who don't know, every time I finish one of these read-throughs, I will do a poll on the community tab of 4 series that you guys can vote on. But I'd like to do Chainsaw Man at some point. We have like a couple of videos we want to do, but it's just a case of finding the time, really. Like, but especially like when a series hasn't got an anime out, it just, as you guys can probably understand, like the order of priority goes. Like, I'd love to do a Chainsaw Man video right now, but you know, because we're heading into January, well, we're in January. Things like Hell's Paradise, Fire Force, Frieren, they're gonna take priority for now. But we'd like to do Chainsaw Man at some point. At the very least, like I said, a stream. Because part 1 is one of my all-time favourites. Like, just full stop. Even though I wasn't fucking with part 2 loads, Chainsaw Man part 1, like the entire final arc of that series, bro, sometimes I find myself just like sitting down. Like I literally did it a couple weeks ago. I was just sat there chilling. And I was like, I was scrolling TikTok and I like, there was stuff from like the Aki fight, you know, the snowball fight. And I was like, man, this shit's so peak. I'm just going to reread it. And then I was like, I'll reread that chapter. And then I found myself just reading all to the end of part 1 again. Yeah, I love Chainsaw Man part. Soon is your answer. Anyway. Frieren should have access to my memories by now. You all can enjoy looking through my memories as much as you like. Let's fight to the death for our coexistence, Frieren. Show me the answers I've been seeking. It all started with something so trivial. It was just another day. I annihilated another human village at the Demon King's orders. It was just one of many that I had destroyed. You feel the same way about part 2? See, I don't know because with part 1 of Chainsaw Man, I remember reading it when it very first came out, but not really properly. Like I read a few chapters when it was a weekly, and then I just stopped, right? And then it wasn't until maybe part 1 might have just ended. Yeah, I think part 1 had just ended, but I didn't know anything about it. I was like, okay, I'll check it out now. And I just binge read all of it. And I just wonder if perhaps Chainsaw Man just works so much better on a binge, which is why I am looking forward to hopefully streaming part 2 at some point. Because even though I've read some of it, like a quarter of it, that was all weekly pretty much. So I'd be interested to see if it's better on a binge. Because I just think the pacing works better when you can binge read Chainsaw Man. The weekly waiting for Chainsaw Man wasn't it. It just wasn't it. Especially when it felt like, at least when I was reading it, there was a lack of direction, I suppose you could say. But maybe a binge read will fix all that. The priest in that village rambled about malice and guilt. I'd heard all that from so many times from dying people. But there was something different about that priest. What's the matter? You've suddenly gone silent. Are you not going to keep begging for your life? I see. You don't understand then. My goodness, you poor thing. That's when a question popped into my head. I realized that I knew those words but didn't understand the feelings. I understood fear, I understood rage as well. And sorrow, I understood that too. And what he felt was the intent to kill, something born of anger or hatred. I understood that too. But what is malice? What is guilt? We demons lack some feelings that are natural to humans. What are they? I became interested in humans for the first time in my life. I desired to learn more about them. You two, fight to the death. I will allow the survivor to live. I wanted to understand others. I know what the feeling was too. I know what that feeling was too. What I felt was affection. I started to like humans. Shit, bro. I need more of this backstory. Inject it in my bones. Solitaar. I still feel nothing. Is it an emotion I cannot comprehend after all? Who are you? If you're waiting for an opportunity, it is pointless. My name is Warheit. I'm one of the 3 great knights of the Northern Lands. I see. Seems like I've been in this region for too long. Humans are already sending reckless nuisances like you after me. Please don't mind me. I was planning on leaving anyway. That is not an option. My orders came from the Emperor himself. It is my duty to eradicate the Demon King's entire army from this land. I see you haven't turned this village into gold. So what? Among the villages you raided, some were turned into gold and some were not. My guess is you need to meet some complex conditions to activate the spell. I'm going to make sure you meet none of them today. What? Conditions? Give me a break. Do humans need to consider such difficult things to use magic? What does that mean? Do you have to think about how you move your limbs every time you lift your arm? I'll answer your question for you. I do what I feel. There are no conditions to my magic. If I weren't holding back, this fight would already be over. Then why? Why haven't I turned you to gold already? The reason is simple. That would have been boring. All your skills, all your training and your bravery is nothing against my magic. Can you even call this a fight? Is it fun for you? Answer me. Personally, I hate this kind of fight. Do these contain spoilers for the manga? Yes. So we're currently in what season 2 will be covering, I believe. Actually, I don't know, because season 2 is really short, right, chat? It's going to be like 10, 11, 12 episodes. I don't know how much on average they're going to be covering per episode, but I imagine surely like they'll do to the end of this arc, right? Yeah, because that's what I mean, Glacius. I was hoping it was going to be 24 episodes as well, like season 1 was. Or was season 1 26? But apparently season 2 of Frieren's only going to be like 11 episodes, which sucks. just fucking sucks. There's no other way around it. But yeah, apparently it's only going to be like 11 episodes, which really is strange to me because it's not yet confirmed. Okay, well, fingers crossed, because it doesn't make sense to me how it could be 11 episodes, right? Because like you're saying, like 11 episodes would cover like up until a bit of this arc, but unless they made some considerable changes, they wouldn't be able to cover all the stuff after the exam up until this arc as well. Surely not in 11 episodes. So I'm not too sure what they'll be doing. Whether it's going to be split into like parts. So there'll be like 11 episodes at the start of the year and then maybe like 11 episodes later. I've heard stories about an odd demon who studies humanity. Is that you? Yes. I am Solitaar. Is it? Before we go on, is it pronounced Solitaire? Solitaar? Is it like the card game? I don't know. Macht. Is this the first time you've seen one? Yeah. I didn't know a fish this large lived in the ocean. I see. So it looks like a fish to you. Isn't this charming? This shipyard once belonged to humans, but it's mine now. And these are skeletons. Are they from the fish creature we saw earlier? One of them is. So we got a goblin shark, some sort of like funky ass looking goblin shark, and then just full on dinosaur. You can see their skeletal structures are completely different. Have you heard the term convergent evolution? No. I see. The Demon King taught it to me. That one is a fish and that one is a mammal. This guy's ancestors were originally land animals. But they began living in the ocean, and after a very long time they eventually became very similar to a large fish. These two, you see, are totally different creatures despite their similar appearances. Isn't that fascinating? Wait, is that a killer whale skeleton and a great white skeleton? Is that what a killer whale, an orca skeleton looks like? These two, you see, are totally different creatures despite their similar appearance. Isn't it fascinating? Oh, I see what they're doing here. Sharks, killer whales, so different yet so similar. Demons, humans, elves. I see what they're going for, and I'm all ears. No, quite literally, these things are fucking huge. Why don't we have emotions such as malice or guilt? You've come to ask me such a foolish question? You should have known the answer to that from the very moment you were born. Demons would have gone extinct a long time ago if we felt grief every time we deceived... demons would have gone extinct a long time ago if we felt grief every time we deceived humans. What does grief feel like? It's an emotion we will never understand. We look like humans, we speak the same language as humans, and we can even behave just like humans. all proof that we have evolved in order to deceive and prey upon them. Despite the similarities in our appearances, we are far from human. They call us man-eating monsters, after all. Sorry, chat. My throat's gone dry again. Delicious. Not. Okay, I picked the worst time to read the longest arc in the manga, but I couldn't help it. I knew my throat was going to be fucked. Whoa, pause. What the fuck? Why would I say that? Why would I say that, chat? Didn't mean it like that. I knew my throat would be in pain. Again, that's not better. My throat was scratched? No. I got a sore no. Why can't I talk about throats, bro? I need cough syrup. Because I feel bad. That might be better. I don't know. We are completely different creatures. It's only natural that they have emotions incomprehensible to us. Tell me, Macht, are you able to imagine the emotions of a small winged insect? It's the same thing. It's a waste of time. Bro, every time, like, it's so, like, stereotypical, cliche, maybe you could say, like the whole, oh, well, I just view human, like, you know, what's the shit that all shonen villains will say, like, well, do you feel guilt when you stand on a bug? Like, it's such a cliche and stereotypical, like, comparison, but low-key, it hits every time. Like, no, I don't consider the emotions of a small winged insect. You got me. If we can learn to comprehend human emotions, we may be able to coexist. We've got plenty of time. We're demons after all. Coexist? You are a strange one. Yeah, but that's why he's goated. Ooh. Schlacht. Macht of the Golden Land, one of the 7 sages of destruction. I need your help to defeat the hero of the South. Schlacht. We've heard that name. We've heard that name. I'm certain of it. Where have we heard that? Why is the name Schlacht ringing a bell? Tell me, Schlacht. Do I look like someone who would risk his life for the Demon King? Don't drag me any further into this stupid, made-up war. I couldn't care less about what happens to the Demon King's army. The right-hand man of the Demon King, right? Yes, you've always despised any kind of conflict. However, this is a direct order from the Demon King, and I'll have to kill you if you disobey. Fear is the only way to govern creatures as individualistic as demons. I'm sure you understand that too. You'd make an example out of me, huh? Do you believe you can? You think I can't? Still, I would rather not. I would imagine so. That you've had some visions and have come all this way to see me must mean that I'm crucial to this plan. I cannot defy that. Grousum, the Miraculous, one of the 7 sages of destruction, I'm at a terrible disadvantage against him. You're very perceptive. And you're very unsettling. You've always made me dance like a puppet on a string. So, Schlacht, how do you want me to dance this time? All you need to do is fight. No need for any strategy. Your menacing presence alone will be enough trouble for the hero of the South. That's all? Macht, I fought the hero of the South countless times in my visions of the future, and the conclusion I've come to is that it won't be a problem. So it's a draw, huh? You look like someone who's ready to die. I won't know unless I try. Also, we've made an agreement for Grousum to erase your memories after the mission. Why? One day, you will slip up and she will read your memories. It's not like you to make such a mistake, Macht. Unfortunately, Frieren, I cannot afford to let you see our fight against the hero of the South. We are in a war for our very existence as demons. We will be fighting for demons in a mopping up operation. 1,000 years from now. Frieren. A story for the future. Then I'll see you on the battlefield. I hope you survive this, Schlacht. I've heard you say such words of concerns countless times in my visions. Oh, shit. Oh. Now, fight to the death. I'll allow the survivor to live. I've killed so many in the years since then. I didn't do it to feed on them, nor was I driven by instinct. The slaughter was pointless, and yet I felt nothing. To this day, I have yet to discover what malice or guilt really are. Why are you crying? You survived, aren't you glad? She didn't resist at all. No, she didn't. So what are you crying about? She was my childhood friend. We were always together, but I just killed her. Why did you pretend like you were going to stab me? I should have died instead. Excellent. You're experiencing an emotion that I cannot comprehend. Is it malice or guilt? I see. Guilt it is then. Describe it with words. Teach me that emotion. You monster. What? I finally got closer to an answer. I thank you, boy. I don't even know your name. Right, I know nothing about you people. Nothing at all. It makes sense that I've never felt anything, no matter how many of you die. Perhaps I'll understand that emotion if I kill someone closer to me. I'll need a human acquaintance for that. Someone I've spent enough time with that I can call them a close friend. Luckily, I have all the time in the world. So, that's the fortress city of Weiss, the largest human settlement in the northern plateau. Oh, fuck. Right, this is really just changed the context of everything. Seems like the fight against the hero of the South has an important impact on the story's future. That chapter was fucking sick. That chapter recontextualized a lot of shit. Gluck. I made a decision on a whim. That day I attacked the carriage of a noble heading to the fortress city of Weiss. My men were skilled fighters, but I never expected to be attacked by a demon in a place like this. Your men were trained killers, were they not? Is that bad? I don't care. But people like these are no match for demons. They're too used to killing other humans. Even though demons resemble humans, our physical strength and speed are entirely different. Those used to fighting against humans die before they notice the difference. You'll never defeat a demon in battle if you assume that we're like humans. I see. Thanks for the advice. So, how can one kill you? Are you aware of your situation? Do you enjoy chit-chatting? Do I look like I can still fight? Just one last smoke. You can at least let me have that. Suit yourself. You're a strange one. You don't reek of blood, yet you have the eyes of a murderer. That's because I'm a nobleman. I've caused the deaths of my political enemies without getting my hands dirty. But they were all sinners, even more irredeemable than me. Bad karma, I suppose. I suffer the guilt every single day. He wants to know about that. But all of that will finally come to an end today. I have one question. Ask me before I finish smoking. I see. Malice and guilt, huh? I assume you demons don't understand the concept of malice. You're better off that way. Do you also happen to lack a sense of justice? I see. You're better off that way too. I'm the lord of the fortress city of Weiss, but I'm a mere figurehead, and you don't really hold any power. Weiss is where nobles who've lost their political clout in the imperial capital end up. It's a city full of malice, rotten to the core. So many nobles take part in running the city. Even here they continue to vie for the power. They've never learned their lesson. The family that has real power in Weiss neglects its management. but they hold on to the power with an iron fist, driven by their personal interests. Every year, many citizens die from hunger. The city is riddled with corruption. The laws no longer mean anything. When I became the Lord of Vice, I was concerned about the state of affairs. But people are strange creatures. We don't act on problems until we're cornered by them. I didn't take any action, even though I was worried. My son was different. He had a strong sense of justice. He appealed directly to the influential nobles of Vice. Hearing that coming from the son of a man who ruled in name only must have annoyed them greatly. Supposedly, he jumped from a balcony, even though he had prepared a birthday gift for his little sister. That was 7 years ago. Honestly, I couldn't understand how someone could commit such a cruel act without any remorse until I finally tried it myself. All it takes is to order your men to kill. What a joke. Any fool can do the same. Are you seeking revenge for your son? So you understand the concept of revenge, huh? I wouldn't say I'm not, but more than that, I'm trying to do my son's will. In a lawless world where we kill each other like beasts, I've done what I had to do to create the ideal world where my son wished for. At least, I believe that's what I'm doing. I hope it's possible. Now, I'm done with my smoke. Why did you make me listen to that? To negotiate. I can be useful to you. You're not likely to come across another man who has experienced as much malice as I have. I can help you learn about emotions unfamiliar to you. But I'm not pleading for my life. Naturally, there is a condition. But go ahead and kill me if you want to. I've been prepared to face retribution for the last 7 years. Truly intriguing. What are your terms? I will have you work for me. Help me wipe out the family that's in power. I was just wondering how to deal with them. Unlike the other corrupt nobles, they're careful and cunning. They're also heavily protected by trained killers. Not got a demon on your hand though. Even push him out the window as well. What is the meaning of this, Gluck? 5 of my relatives have died in just the last 6 months. I heard it was bandits. Unfortunately, in Vice, such incidents are not unusual. Perhaps you've made an enemy. I will have someone investigate this matter. Are you playing dumb? When my son died, do you remember what you said to me? You said, aren't you just being paranoid? That's exactly what you're doing right now. So go home and get some rest. Just be sure to lock your doors. Bro, this arc is this entire flashback has been so insane so far. The city's really prospering, and it's thanks to Lord Gluck. Now Vice is going to grow so much more. Macht, you're going to be on stage more as well. Very well. Macht, I am the lord of this city. As you command, my lord. Bro, this is so fucking sick! This flashback is unreal! Yo! I can't believe we're, what, like over halfway through this arc? I don't want this chat, but I you guys told me that this is Denken's arc, and he's not done much yet. But I know, which means this flashback can't have long to go. But I don't want it to end. So what do you intend for me to do on stage? Himmel, the hero, has slain the Demon King. I am aware. Do you have any opinions about the defeat of your king? None in particular. I see. The city has been lively every day, like a festival. The citizens are rejoicing in the victory. I'm planning to make use of this opportunity and affirm the peace by officially granting you the position of the Gluck family's personal mage. That will allow you to act more freely in public. What is your plan? This aroma brings back so many memories. Do demons enjoy taking tea? Was I meant to say making tea? I don't know. I simply learned by watching others. Tell me, why you chose this particular blend. Is it not to your liking? A servant mentioned that it was your late wife's favourite. Is that so? My servant just told you? You have exceptionally good people skills. You're a guest in this manor, but my servants would never share such a personal detail with you. Demons have the ability to trick humans into believing them. Whether you deceive them intentionally or not, I should take advantage of that. I see, and would you like me to publicly deal with the nobles? Is that right? You can never have too many allies. Under normal circumstances, killing should be the last resort. Macht, we are talking about something malicious here. Do you understand? I cannot fathom the concept of malice. Still, I can at least tell that you're having fun. Right, you seem to be enjoying yourself as well. Macht, you are a monster. You understand neither righteousness nor wickedness. So, I'll teach you what's good and what's evil. You just need to act, converse, and kill as I tell you. Do that, and eventually you'll learn to understand. And what if I still don't understand then? I'm the one taking advantage of your ability. Until you understand, I will follow you, even to the depths of hell. Alright? And you've worked out a plan to get rid of me once Vice is under control? What do you think? I'm looking forward to it. Bro's even got dancing with the girls. You've devoted yourself to the city of Vice for the past few years. Your advice and support has saved a lot of people. Could you tell us again why you chose to live here? The blood feud between humans and demons was caused by the cycle of revenge. I came to the conclusion that talking to each other, living together, and understanding each other are the only ways to achieve coexistence. Your view is truly outstanding. We agree with you. If only all demons were as amicable as you. Macht, we wish to place our trust in you. Can you fight to protect the people of Vice? Macht? Trouble is coming. I am aware. Our enemies are already within the range of my mana detection. Enemies, huh? That's an interesting way to put it. Remnants of the demon army are heading here. Ooh. What did the nobles want with you? They seemed to be testing my loyalty. Ridiculous. As if you had any. I'm sure for you, killing your kin is nothing. If it means winning the trust of the people of Vice. After all, you have no loyalty to begin with. Macht, defeat the enemies of Vice, as you command. General Shrag, the Thunderbolt. I thought you were a wiser man. You are not the same without the power of the Demon King to lead you. I heard you volunteered to be the magic instructor, so unlike other demons, you were capable of using human magic. I learned how to do that from a demon named Solitaar before I came here. She studied humanity's magic as well. The Zoltrak spell dominates the battlefield these days. Can you also use it? With all due respect, that spell is a great achievement for demons. It was created by my old friend. I am far better at it than humans. Very well. In that case, I have a suggestion. He is the child of a relative. He lost his parents. He comes to this church to pray almost every day. He used to play with my daughter when he was little. He'd often tell me he wanted to be a mage when he grew up. Please, teach him magic. It'll be a good distraction for him too. Is that an order? It is, as you command. I'm seeing parallels here between Frieren, what's his name, Heiter, getting Frieren to train Fern. I'm picking up some parallels here. Master Denkin, it's an honor to meet you. I am Macht, the magic instructor of the Gluck family. I know. You were the one who defeated the demons that attacked Vice, right? Lord Gluck has requested that I teach you magic. I don't trust you. My parents were killed by a demon. That is even more reason for me to teach you magic. Are you strong? Yes. Among the 7 sages of destruction, I am the most powerful. Can I become powerful enough to kill you? That all depends on you, Master Dinkin. The flashback's not over, and I'm a happy guy because of it. Oh, right after I said the parallels between Frieren and Macht, we get this insane double-page spread. Man, Viz, why can't you have coloured pages uploaded to your for these? I want to see this in colour, bro. I want to see what Macht looks like. Let us take a break. In fact, you know what? Let me just. No, I can't do that. I was going to Google him, see what he looked like, but that's always a recipe for disaster. So we'll leave it be. Let us take a break. You're losing your concentration. Take your time. It's difficult even for demons to shoot through rock at this distance. Even this is paralleling their training. Impressive. Right, let's take a break. He's devoted. That's great for him. Master Dinkin told me he doesn't trust me. I wouldn't have introduced him to you otherwise. You're excellent at tricking people. Everyone needs something to live for. Even if it's a desire for revenge, it's much healthier for him than prayer or wallowing in sorrow. Oh my god, there's so many parallels here. This is so sick. To think that the day would come that I'd see him smile again. You're both his master and his enemy to be defeated. Please stay that way for his sake. As you wish. By the way, does the young lady feel any attraction towards Master Denken? Lecture? That's absurd. You really don't understand how people think, do you? My daughter, Lecture, and Denken are officially to be married. Bro! Macht read the situation better than him? Shit, which one's the real human? Right? Damn. This means Denken will formally be my son-in-law and part of the Gluck family. Why are you making that face? This is how I always smile. I was right about what I said back then, wasn't I? I don't recall. This wouldn't have happened without Denken's accomplishments as a mage for the military. I have to thank you for that. Master Denken has proved himself in this. Now, I have some bad news. You may have heard this already, but there has been a raid by the remnants of the Demon King's army at the northernmost part of the northern plateau. A fortress city has been taken down by a single demon. It massacred everyone there. No trace of the demon has been found. Do you have any knowledge of this? Do you think I do? I don't believe you do, but the people feel differently. I suppose so. Only a greater demon would be capable of a stunt like that. One such as I, Macht of the Golden Land, one of the 7 sages of destruction. Public opinion is on the noble side. I had no choice but to accept their demands. Have they called for my execution? Do you think that is even possible? They've prepared this. The stone bracelet of servitude, a magical item created by Ewig the Sage. I didn't think it really existed. I've heard they intend to get rich off your power. I'm impressed by how industrious they can be for something when it's not about managing the city. They've even gained the support of the public. And here is what those cunning men are demanding. Macht must be under our control and serve the people of Vice. We shall manage him with a safety precaution that prevents him from having a malicious intent. How do you feel about that? It's just so ludicrous, isn't it? Those fools haven't the slightest understanding of demons. Now, Macht, what will you do? Putting this on means you'll die as soon as you bear malicious intent towards the people of Vice. Lord Gluck, you will follow me to the depths of hell, correct? Then I am excited for the journey ahead of us. Oh shit. She even looks like Fern. She does. She was always such a frail girl. I tried to prepare myself for this day, but... Denken, you really did everything you could. I'm sure she was happy. Damn. Fuck. Oh my god, and this is just like... it makes sense. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's been several years since Denken paid a home visit. I suppose I can't blame him. He was so devoted to my daughter. Lord Gluck, visiting her grave every day like this is not good for you. I don't think it's healthy, praying and wallowing in sorrow like this. That's what you've told me before. I never thought the day would come when you would tell me such a thing. Let's go home. Allow me. When did this become normal? Have I grown so old? I am afraid so. I shall call for a carriage. Bro got the Uber? No need. I'm in the mood for a walk. You haven't changed at all. Not a bit. All these years. Time moves so differently for humans. The time we've spent together must feel like a fleeting moment to you. Lord Gluck, no matter how brief it's been, the time we've spent together since I met you is irreplaceable to me. You're making me uncomfortable, but I feel the same. You've been a great accomplice. That's why I have decided to destroy it all. I have a feeling that doing so will help me understand the concept of malice and what guilt is. I see. Macht, light my cigarette. This really will be my last smoke. I knew this day would eventually come. Why do you look so surprised? I knew, of course. I've been watching you for 30 years. Macht, you're a great accomplice and an irredeemable villain. You're going to face retribution one day, no matter what. Just like I am now. It's been fun, Macht. Yes, it has, Lord Gluck. And then he turned it all to gold! What? Okay. I need to keep reading. Morning already. I wonder how much time has passed. I'm still alive, and I experienced no emotion after all. I shouldn't stay here forever. So I assume if he got the emotion he thought he was going to get from this, then he would have died. But yeah, obviously he couldn't have felt any malice. Interesting. So it wasn't this big trick that I thought it was going to be, how he like broke the rules. He essentially did actually do this knowing that he was probably going to die from it if he succeeded. If he did feel the malice that he did this thinking he would feel, then it would have, then the bracelet of servitude would have killed him. Interesting. So I wonder what's going to be the thing that makes him feel grief. He wouldn't kill Denken, would he? And I experienced no emotion after all. I shouldn't stay here forever. But I certainly felt like I was close to understanding something at that moment. Next time, I'll make use of this experience next time. There won't be a next time for you. Return Vice to normal or you die. Who are you? I couldn't sense her manner at all until she was right behind me. Return the city to normal. It's not something a demon would risk their life for. Fascinating. So it's irreversible? Magic is about imagination. Forcing something to turn into gold and changing it back are two totally different things. Transmuting people into gold does not have an equal value to creating people out of gold. A monster like you, who is incapable of understanding humanity, can't return the people of Vice to normal? You little... What did you do? I see. You reflected my magic back at me. Mr. Zila. Curse reverse. Shit. Okay, so wait, this can't be undone? Oh my god, how the fuck is this arc going to end? It's a shame you didn't go all out. I could have turned your whole body into gold. How can one pull off such a trick? With humanity's understanding of magic, it should be impossible to analyse how Diagoldze works. I don't need to analyse it. My spell simply reflects anything it perceives as a curse back onto its caster. It's a spell based on humanity's accumulated wisdom from the age of myth. At the same time, it's primitive and doesn't rely on logic or analysis. I'm not a big fan of it personally, but it's perfect for slaying you. You went too far, Macht of the Golden Land. I will ask you again, who are you? I am Siri, a great mage from the age of myth. I have walked this earth for so long, your kind has forgotten to fear me. Make sense? You're different from all the reckless fools I've fought before. Interesting. So you can change your body back. Oh yeah, you can change his body back. So so there's two ways I see this ending. Either he's gonna understand malice by killing Denken, and that'll kill him, but then he wouldn't be able to reverse the spell. In order to reverse the spell, the transmutation, he's gonna have to understand humanity. There is a setup here for a fucking peak ending to this arc. And even your clothes. You possess such excellent magical skill, and yet you cannot imagine turning humans back to normal. No matter how close you get to the apex of magic, you're still a demon after all. Yeah, the coldest line of Siri, bro. I have walked this earth for so long, your kind has forgotten to fear me. That's fucking cold. Silence. Oh, Zoltrak, huh? And even defensive magic. How truly interesting. So, what kind of magic are you going to show me next? Ooh, who's this? It seems we have an interloper. It does. Learning, I can't hold him much longer. I'm aware. Well done. That was uncalled for, you stupid apprentices. I told you to stand by. Master, if you kill Macht, we'll lose the chance to learn Diagoldze. So what? It could also mean losing a chance to return Vice to normal. Learning, if we don't take down Macht here, Vice won't be the last to suffer this fate. This guy possesses the power to change the northern plateau into gold if he tries. It's too much to overlook. We first-class mages will keep Macht sealed for decades or centuries, as many years as it takes, until we find out a way to restore the Golden Land. Oh, is stream back? A minute. Is the stream back up? Are we all good? Sounds unrealistic. This place can't be saved. Master, you spoiled the fun. It's only on your side. Sari's aura was just too much, bro. Nothing you can do about it. Not your fault. I don't care anymore. Do whatever you want. Thank you. So, and the flashback's over. Frieren, I owe you. I managed to analyse Macht's memories thanks to you. Mistress Frieren? She seems so out of it. I'm trying to do a more in-depth analysis of the memories. It takes a lot of mana, so my overall capacity goes down. I cannot function properly in this state. You'll have to feed me, Fern. Also, help me get changed, take a bath, fix my hair. Isn't that just what I always do? What's wrong, Fern? I just now sensed an enormous amount of mana for a brief moment. Now then, I'll get started analysing the Great Barrier of the Golden Land. Is that the other demon? What? Solitaar? Is that how she looks now? 10 chapters left. It's going to be a long-ass stream. You sensed someone with enormous mana near the Golden Land, huh? Yes, but it was only for a moment. My mana detection might have been wrong. We're so close to the Golden Land after all. A curse, the kind of magic we cannot recognize, can often cause errors in mana detection. In fact, I detected nothing. But I'm not so senile that I'm overconfident in my ability. It's better to stay alert. Yeah, it is a race against time, actually, because if she does analyze that spell... Oh, shit, yeah, I actually... Fuck, yeah. I hadn't clocked that. But that could mean whoever it was... Why can't I speak? Whoever it was waiting for the perfect moment to approach Goldenland. Waiting... I can't speak. Let's try again, shall we? But that could mean whoever it was waiting for the perfect moment to approach the Goldenland. Right when Frieren's mana detection weakened, they're probably still hiding, so the three of us won't catch them. If that's the case, they must be pretty skilled. Even I wouldn't be able to locate them if they're hiding near the Goldenland. We can only hope that I was mistaken. Chew well before you swallow, okay? Let's patrol around here later. Do you know this area? Not really. Blow on. Hey, you're spoiling her. Are you jealous? Yeah. Yeah, be real, Stark. You are my guy. It's fine. You need to wait for your turn. Wait for... She should have some vegetables too. You're right. No reason is good enough to justify how lazy you are. Oh, Bruno, I'm so sorry to hear, bro. Oh, man, rest in peace to her, my guy. Sorry to hear that, man. What a shit way to end the year and on Christmas as well. That sucks, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. The number of memories I've had to analyze is overwhelming. I deserve more appreciation. We do appreciate you. Now open your mouth. Give her more onions. So how long does it take to analyze these things? At this rate, we'll be here all night. It'll probably take 2 months at least. Are you serious? Happy to take your time. As always, Mistress Frieren. Actually, that's really quick. I was ready for the in-depth analysis to take 3 years. Waiting 2 months is nothing. Oh, that is a race against... That's cutting the race against time pretty close, would it not be? Who will analyze first? The memories or the magic? I was the one who interrupted your journey. I'm really sorry. Don't worry, this is nothing new. This sort of hold-up is very common when travelling with Mistress Frieren. You must have a difficult time. Do we need to worry about food? We have a stockpile, but the problem is, it's true. This cabin doesn't even have a bed. No one ever stays long here. We can't live here for 2 months. Well, there is a village nearby. I think we should have our base there. Fern, we're moving out. We're going to set up a base in the nearby villa. I apologize for not finishing my food. Those are the braids of rage. Oh, long time no see, Macht. Well, I suppose you can't hear me because of this barrier. Frieren the Slayer has begun analysing your memories. You're probably not interested, but she is an incredibly skilled mage. There are only a few mages who could possibly kill you, but there's no doubt she is one of them. You may not believe me, but I would like to see the end of your pipe dream of coexistence with humanity. The inevitable end. The tragedy. That's why I came here, to assist you. Honestly, I don't believe for a second that you will lose, but I've always been the biggest coward. A warrior and a wimp. Or I'm smart enough to not underestimate humans. I see. Now I understand why an extremely skilled mage like you hasn't been able to dispel this barrier. Many disparate theories and traditions of magic were intertwined to create this spell. It was created by several great mages and is the result of their accumulated wisdom. It is deeply rooted in humanity's magical theory, and unless you have the knowledge, it's impossible to unravel. This barrier cannot be destroyed by demons, except for some strange demons that choose to study humanity's magic. I'd say it'll only take 2 months to finish my analysis. How convenient. Are you just 9 years, bro? Oh, man, I'm so sorry, bro. Top 10 anime? Oh, gosh. Frieren is a good one. I think Frieren's a great one. Chat, what are we saying? What would be a top 10 anime for you to watch, man? Honestly, I would recommend Frieren. 100%. That's a go. It's a great series. What else are we thinking, chat? I'm trying to think. God, being put on the spot like this. Because I feel responsible. I need to give you a good recommendation, man. Something to help cheer you up a bit. There's a new season of Fire Force coming out. That's always good fun. Yeah, I think Frieren's a great one. Just a little longer. Soon I'll finish analysing Macht's memories and Diagoldze too. From the southern lands, the protective magic circle of the Kam clan, who specialise in sealing demons, the Andera-style barrier created by applying the principle of irreversibility, and a masterpiece of imperial magic that was used for the defence of the United Empire, the Great Barrier of Isolation. Ranking of the Kings? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Ranking of the Kings is a very good one, actually. Good shout, chat. Nice one, Patrick. My analysis is complete. Damn, that 2 months went quick. It's a piece of art that combines magical theories with completely different origins and structures. It's almost a shame to destroy it. How's Frieren doing? She said she'd be done analysing the memories in 2 days. Finally. Master Denken, I know. This manner, the same as before. Now, let us begin with the death march for our coexistence. This final fight's gonna go crazy. I can already tell. You give Frieren an excuse to unleash on a demon? You've watched Educate, Dragon Ball, finished Black Clover. I think you'll enjoy Fire Force, especially with the new season coming up. What else? I've just started reading Solitaar as well. I'm trying to think. We do Dragon Ball. Well, we used to do Dragon Ball a lot more, but we haven't done Dragon Ball for a while. Just because there's been no manga and there's been no anime for a long time now. But fingers crossed, the manga comes back this year. I have a feeling that 2026 will be the return of the Dragon Ball Super manga, because it has been far too long. And when that's back, more Dragon Ball videos, because we have had we've got some long Dragon Ball videos that have been scripted now for a while. But the problem is, they're so long that we never found a gap to upload them. But we scripted them now so long ago that we need to kind of like go back over them and make sure that they're like up to standard and whatnot, which then is going to take another long time. And then obviously got to record it, edit it. So I think, but we do have Dragon Ball content to come out as soon as the manga picks back up. Ooh, Full Metal Alchemist, again, a great shout. Hunter x Hunter, oh, so many bangers. Naruto, if you want to just indulge yourself in a long journey, but a good journey, Naruto, bro. Hop into Naruto, my guy, actually. I was only a few years older probably when I first started Naruto, so that's a good shout. The barrier around the Golden Land. They seem to be telling us that they don't need any to hide anymore. Fern, it turns out your mana detection was not wrong. I sense powerful mana. There's a demon with mana as powerful as Max. I assume the same one broke the barrier. Whether they come to rescue Macht or they have another purpose. Either way, if we don't take action, Macht, a threat to humanity, will be released. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Diamond. Me myself, I haven't actually watched much Dragon Ball myself, but the other guys, Sid, Adil and Yusuf, I mean, bro, they've seen everything Dragon Ball 10 times over at this point. But I haven't actually watched much of Dragon Ball myself, personally. You African? Nice one. Nice one, guy. Hey, is the Golden Land expanding? Let's take Mistress Frieren and pull back for now. We have no choice. I'm going to help the people in the village evacuate. Solitaire, what is the meaning of this? Tell me, Macht. Did you find the emotions you were searching for? I see. You didn't then. Just as I told you. Although we share the same desire to learn about humanity, we believe completely different things. But I certainly don't hate your curiosity. What are you trying to say? Experiments are supposed to fail. You fail again and again, and you draw a single-line conclusion at the end. I want you to prove to me that coexistence with humanity is not just a pipe dream. I'll help you too. Do whatever you want. Oh, she's... okay. Put Mistress Frieren inside the carriage too. She's still asleep and won't wake up. She's using all her resources. I believe she's trying to finish off analysing memories as soon as possible. The demon that broke the barrier seems to be getting closer. It's impossible to run away with such a large group, so I'll stay and hold them back. Then I will too. No, let me. Master Denken, please take care of Mistress Frieren and the people from the village. I'm sure Frieren will salvage this situation as soon as she finishes analysing their memories. We're actually pretty strong, you know. Your hand is shaking. I owe you. Oh, okay, this is not a fight I was expecting. No need to get so worked up. I have no intention of fighting you. I only wish to get to know you two. Could you stay for a chat? She doesn't appear to be as powerful as I thought. I disagree. That's not what I see. Oh, right. I should first introduce myself when I meet new people. I am the greater demon Solitaar. Pleased to meet you. You've watched Naruto? Hell yeah, my guy. What about One Piece? I feel like if you've seen Naruto and you like Naruto, you should dip your toe into each of the big three. One Piece and Bleach. What are we saying there? Master Stark, do you know her? No, I don't. Before we set foot in the Northern Plateau, Mrs. Frieren drilled me on the names of every greater demon that exists, and yet I've never heard of a greater demon named Solitaar. Also, Reval, the bloody god of war. Tot, saint of the end. And finally, Macht of the Golden Land, the last surviving sage of destruction. Don't even think about fighting the greater demon. You're undoubtedly an outstanding mage, but it'll be at least half a century before you could even be a match. I understand. Oh, and one more thing. If you ever run into an unknown greater demon, flee without hesitation. How come? When a greater demon possesses enormous mana, it means they've been alive for a very long time. And if humanity has no record of them, then they've likely slaughtered everyone they've run into. Oh. You're saying that barely anyone survives an encounter with her? Do you think the villagers can get to safety? Then the least we can do is buy them some time. I think you misunderstand me. I just want to live a quiet life without attracting any attention. I've never once killed a person. Fern, I know. She's lying. Because this one reeks of death. It's alright. Don't be scared. Come closer. Let's have a chat. Tell me all about your... Bosh. Impressive. You didn't hesitate. You've been trained well. Defensive magic? How does a demon... You must be a very skilled mage. Thank you for showing me. Now I'm even more interested in you. Can I ask your name? And how you were raised? Judging by your facial features, you must be from one of the southern lands. And I suppose Frieren is your master? What a pretty hair and ornament. Was it a gift from someone? You must have been using your staff for a while now. It's lovely. Are you taking care of it yourself? My apologies. It's been a while since I talked with anyone. Sorry for bombarding you with so many questions. Okay, one at a time. My honest thoughts on Solo Leveling. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a big fan. I agree with you, my guy. I think Solo Leveling is mid. You haven't watched One Piece. Oh boy. Okay. Well then, my guy. If you want to, now is probably the best time to watch One Piece because season 1 just ended. I know it's over 1,000 episodes, but because there's going to be no more anime now for One Piece until April, you've got yourself a little window there, my guy, for you to watch One Piece. So, I think you should do that. Catch up to One Piece, because it's one of those things where, especially, I wish I first experienced it when I was younger as well. So I would recommend catching up to One Piece, because I think it's going to be a massive cultural moment when it eventually ends in the next few years. So I definitely recommend catching up to One Piece, the One Piece anime. Even though I'm not like a huge fan of it, I think you'll love it. The next time you make any move to shoot at me, I'm going to take off both of your arms. Please answer my questions. I just want to learn about you. Actually, cutting off your arms isn't an issue. As long as your mouths can function, then we can talk. Oh, damn, she clocked it. Oh, Demon Slayer. I like Demon Slayer. I'm on board with Demon Slayer. I can't wait for the new movie. Well, the next movie. Probably like next year or the year after. Now you're experiencing tremendous fear. You're frightened to the death of me, and you still choose to face me. Humans never cease to amaze me. I always learn so much from you. You watched 800 episodes of One Piece and gave up, couldn't like it. I'm like kind of similar. I didn't watch the anime. I read all the manga because my friend's all-time favorite is One Piece. And so I was like, you know what? I'll read it. So I got all the way up to Wano, but I felt like I didn't give it justice. Maybe you guys have been similar to me with some series at some point where like I gave too much priority to catching up to it quickly just so I could tell my friend, yeah, I'm caught up to One Piece, man. We can talk about it. But the problem was, because I read it so quickly just to be able to catch up, I've never actually talked to him about it because nothing stuck in my brain to the extent of him, you know. I've realized that One Piece is a series which, if you really want to enjoy it, or if you're going to enjoy it, the best way is you need to make sure you go at your own pace. I want to reread it at some point. It's something I'd like to do on stream maybe one day, is reading One Piece, like rereading all of it, because I'd lie if I say I don't want to be there when it ends. Like, I want to be there. I want to experience it. I want to be telling my kids in the future, but like, you know your dad read the final chapter as it dropped. Yeah, bro. You know I read the leaks on this old social media app called X. Yeah, man. But so yeah, I do want to reread One Piece one day. What do I think about the Promised Neverland ending? That's so interesting because I literally... we were talking about this earlier. That's so weird. We were talking... I didn't like the final arc. I thought it was a poor ending. But the first two arcs... The first arc is incredible. And Goldie Pond is incredible. Complete travesty what the anime did. You're not so sure if you'd like... See, this is the other problem, right, Patrick? When it comes to... Because I have tried rereading One Piece before in the past. In fact, I reread last year the entire first saga up to Alabasta. And I loved it. But there was a problem where I was reading it at my own pace. And I caught it. I finished Arlong. I was like, cool, I'm going to take a little break. That break is unfortunately still going on. But I've now left it so long that I feel like I need to start from the start again. Oh, I'm never going to catch up. The anime season 1 for Promised Neverland was sick. It's such a shame what they did to the to season 2. Like, even though it was in a slightly different way, like the context is a bit different, I think the treatment Promised Neverland got for season 2 is equally as bad as what One Punch Man got for season 3. Because the animation weren't exactly great anyway, but they just completely butchered the story. They removed the second best arc, maybe the joint best arc. They just removed it, just skipped. I don't think the final arc was great by any means, but you're only going to make it worse when you skip it all like that. Oh, yeah, season 2 of The Promised Neverland, never watch it. If you're going to get into The Promised Neverland, which I do recommend, it's still a good series, make sure you watch season 1 and then just read from there. Don't touch season 2, bro. Go on ahead without me. Mr. Denkin, don't worry. Once you cross that ridge, you'll be in Imperial territory. Even Macht won't be able to make a move so easily there. I'll leave Frieren in your care. I wish you the best of luck. Macht. Master Denkin, I've decided to leave this place. Is Frieren with the villagers? Why do you want to know? Because I will kill everyone in this land who knows of me and start over somewhere far away. The fewer pursuers who would interfere with my plans, the better. I'm sure next time, Macht, I already know that you cannot restore the Golden Land to normal. Even so, I cling to a glimmer of hope. I still saw you as my beloved master, who had devoted himself to vice. But if you plan to leave this land, there is no reason to keep you alive. I must eliminate the threat to humanity. Are you thinking straight? The reason I didn't fight you was not because I was scared of you, or because I thought I'd be no match for you. I had hoped that there would be a better way to put an end to this, even though I knew all too well that was impossible. With all due respect, you're speaking as if you have a chance against me. I won't know unless I try. I've devoted myself to training for this day. It's strange. I'd abandoned my hometown, but I never neglected my training once. It's been a while since I felt death so close. I didn't understand the difference in our strength when I was still inexperienced, but now I can see it clearly. But I can see a small possibility of victory. It turns out I'm much more stubborn than I thought. It's no surprise to me. You've always been this way. Oh, he's holding his own? I guess he did train him. This reminds me of our sparring matches. Same. I've seen that move countless times. I'm surprised he can react to that slashing attack. He attacks at the precise moment when I'm off guard. This never happened before. His skills and control have improved a lot. Master Denkin, apparently I underestimated you. Right now I'm enjoying this fight. That's why it's such a pity I can't let Frieren escape to the Empire. Dispelling the barrier on the Empire's borders while dealing with the magic special forces that guard it will be strenuous, even if Solitaar and I work together. Truly a shame. Master Denkin, let's end. Interesting. I didn't see that coming. The curse reversal spell, obviously because he's trained. Oh my god, of course Denkin can beat this dude. Because he trained under him and Siri. Oh, yeah. Yes, the special privilege grants you any spell you desire. Sorry, he didn't train under Siri. I don't think, right? But, yeah, so this is the spell he... Bro was on it. Still. Misty Zalia, the curse reversal spell, huh? It's specialized for use in combat, but it's such a boring spell. So, what are you planning to do with it? Well, no matter. It's not a bad choice. It'd take a century of learning just to learn. It's impossible for a human to acquire this spell. Not by a traditional method, anyway. Well, yeah, but then why is that a bad pick? With Frieren, I can transfer my spell to you, the fruit of my 100-year-long study. You cut apart your own spell, which a mage could spend their whole life pouring their blood, sweat, and tears into mastering, then transfer it to another user. So that's the truth behind the special privilege. Spells humans can learn are limited no matter how hard they try. With all due respect, Mistress Siri, transferring the spell to him would mean that you'd lose. She loses the spells. All due respect indeed, Sensei. Zenze. Who do you think you're talking to? There are plenty of other ways to counter curses. The special privilege is absolute. Besides, I just need to relearn it. A century, that's all it takes. Nothing to me. After you read that, you'll be able to cast the spell right away. However, there's still a problem even if you can use it. It burns a tremendous amount of mana, comparable to the amount required for a defensive spell that fully covers you. I was capable of using it at will, but it won't be the same for you. You must precisely block a curse, an invisible spell, the casting of which is hard to predict. Now, how are you going to deal with that? It won't be a problem. I can predict when my mentor will cast a spell, even if I can't sense his mana, or if the spell is invisible. I was your apprentice, and I've watched you as long as I can remember. Macht, I also know that as long as it's your own body that turns into gold, you can reverse it completely. So let's continue. Bro, that would have used so much of his mana though, right? And he's still going? Denken might be him. JJK Modulo is the sequel to... Yeah, it's the sequel to JJK. We were the highest channel. Cheers, Bruno. I don't watch many cartoons. No. I'm more of a movie guy, usually. I don't watch many TV shows. And even when it comes to anime, usually I prioritize the manga. But... do I like Bleach? I'm not a massive fan of Bleach. Bleach is actually my personal least favourite of the big three. Just mine personally. There were some moments I really liked. But for whatever reason, I just couldn't finish it. What's phone about? I just got a... what phone is it? iPhone 14, I think. iPhone 14 Pro Max, I think they're called. It's a battle of attrition, yeah. A battle of attrition. I mean, it's a bold move to use a spell that drains so much mana when you know it won't work in a battle of attrition. What are you planning, Master Denken? I've always loved talking to humans. I've heard so many stories from all kinds of people. What they like to eat, what it was like for them growing up, what they do for a living. I find stories about their families very interesting too. Demons have no concept of family. Also, their dreams for the future and their final words right before they die. I like to learn about humanity's customs, cultures, and magical abilities through conversation. What do you think? Fascinating, is it not? You talk too much, huh? It seems I'll have to torment you until you can't move after all. What was that? I'm certain the timing of my defense was perfect. She outsped her? I see. You're just fast. That's not ordinary Zoltarak. What is that spell? Butterflies? She's barely taken any damage. Those were all direct hits. I get it now. Her enormous mana blocked them. All my spells, skills, and training get knocked down by her powerful mana. The difference in human and demon lifespans is a limit that we can never exceed. A rapid-fire variant of Zoltarak, huh? This is the first time I've ever seen a spell with such speed. Thank you for showing me such a wonderful spell. To express my gratitude, I'll show you my speciality. Oh! No, put it back. I don't want to see any more of that. Hitting with mana. That's all there is to this simple spell. Don't worry, I won't kill you just yet. We've still got a lot to discuss. As I thought, my attack can draw blood as long as I increase the density of my mana. Increasing the density without losing speed is not so easy to pull off, and she was observing me well. Even hard-pressed, she managed to hit me right when I lowered my guard. If that blast was just an inch lower... Your heart is next. I'll cover you. You two really fascinate me. It was just getting interesting. Oh, they all turned to gold? It was just getting interesting. If you can predict when I use my spell, I'll just cast Diagoldze over and over. Master Denkin, this is now a war of attrition. How many more seconds can you last? I can keep fighting for at least another 3 days, even whilst countering Miss Zelia. This is bad. Are you trying to get out of range? That's pointless. The gold can spread faster than you can run. No, I must save Frieren. It's over for us if she's turned to gold. And most importantly, 12 more seconds. I'll be able to make it a maximum speed. This is my fault for dragging Frieren's party into this fight. Basically, a losing battle. If you're going to run, at least let me hear your last words before you die. You deliberately dropped Miss Zelia to block my blades by letting your body turn into gold, huh? Another excellent mage. Frieren, Fern, Stark, I'm sorry. At least for the future. Okay, well now we're going to have to reverse this spell. So bro's going to have to come to understand humans. He's got to have a redemption of sorts. Wait. Frieren's gold too. Denkin, Frieren, Fern, and Stark are all turned to... Well, GG's, I guess. Frieren was great. Frieren was a great story, but I guess that's the end. It's over now. Let's move on. Yeah, it was a great story series. Good, I enjoyed it. You seem bored. I'm used to things being boring. What's the matter, Solitaar? Can I share an interesting story with you? Frieren defeated Aura the Guillotine, one of the seven sages of destruction. I investigated their battle by looking at the traces of mana. There were many intriguing moments, but they were all trivial except for one. Frieren succeeded in dispelling the scales of obedience that were used in the undead army. Aura fought the party heroes over 80 years ago, and Frieren saw her spell then. That's hard to believe. It was a Seven Sages spell. Are you saying that Frieren analysed how the scales of obedience worked based on information from that time? No, I doubt that was the case. The spells of the Seven Sages of Destruction are beyond humanity's understanding of the law or the laws of nature. That is an indisputable fact. Due to physical differences such as structures of demonic bodies and brains, humans could never use those spells. That's what's unique about the magic of the Seven Sages of Destruction. But just because they don't understand how the spells work doesn't mean they have no way of dispelling them. Naturally, there is always more than one way to deal with the phenomenon that occurs. Even if you don't understand the process or how it works, you can at least find a way to deal with it. Oh wait, okay, so this is kind of continuing the parallels a little bit. So I'm assuming what she's saying is going to inspire Macht to basically do what Frieren did, but by reversing his spell on humans? Maybe? Because even if you don't understand the process or how it works, like he doesn't understand the process of having to reverse humans because he doesn't understand humans, maybe okay. I have no idea how this arc's going to end. Like I have a feeling I have a feeling I know how the arc's going to end, but I have no idea how we're going to get there. Humans built boats before they understood buoyancy and controlled them using sails without understanding where winds come from. They even built seawalls without understanding what causes waves. Humans have been handling the unknown since ancient times. That's true. And that is a result of taking the most primitive yet logical actions. Observation. Frieren was analysing my memories. How many times have... Oh, so Frieren is going to... So it's going to be repeated the aura. Okay, so he's... Okay, cool. So I assume right before she turned to gold, Frieren is going to have reversed the spell. Right? I told you it's an interesting theory. I don't believe this battle is over just yet. We're facing Frieren the Slayer after all. There's no point, Himmel. There's nothing a human can do to break the barrier cast by Bose the Immortal. Our adventure ends here and now. Frieren, magic can't make unimaginable things happen, right? You giving up here doesn't help. Giving up and not being able to imagine are not the same. Can you crack a walnut with your bare hands? I've never tried, but I think I can. Is that so? How about a diamond then? Can you break one with your bare hands? You just thought you can't, didn't you? And you can't clearly picture yourself succeeding in breaking one with your bare hands in the future either. Because it sounds superhuman to you. By the same logic, I can do it. I can break a diamond with my hands. Yo, let's go, Eisen! Right. I think you can do it too, Eisen. But I'm no monster that could crush a diamond. The difference between Bose and me is that great. I can't break this barrier. Then, let me help you picture it. That nothing is impossible in this world. Look, Frieren, I broke off a small piece of it. It's certainly not indestructible. I'll give it a go too. Perhaps I can at least make a crack. Fine. You guys are a bunch of monsters. I don't know how long this'll take, okay? It's alright. I cast a spell that allows everyone here to survive without food, water, or oxygen. I'm sure it'll keep us alive for at least 2 months. There really are nothing but monsters here. I've finished analysing his memories. From this moment on, Diagoldze is a curse no longer. Aura. Absolute aura. Sorry, Bruno, I'm just trying to read at the same time, you know. I can't read chat and the manga at the same time. I don't have the Sharingan. So I tend to leave it in between chapters. I don't watch wrestling, no. Wrestling was something I never got into when I was growing up. Denkin? Oh, sorry. It seems I fell asleep. That badge, you got promoted again. Congratulations. Yes, this means I'll receive a handsome reward. A tremendous amount of money. That's more than enough for frontier nobility like us. You won't die if we have that much. What's wrong? I see. I must be dreaming. I can so clearly remember the day long ago when I received this badge. I felt like all the efforts had paid off. No worries, Bruno. I was planning to return to Vice by carriage early the next morning. But on the night of the conformance ceremony, a messenger arrived to inform me of your death. Lecture, I missed my chance to see you. I didn't work so hard for the sake of money, or even for something like this. Still, even if this is just a dream, I'm so happy to see you one last time. One last time? Macht has beaten me. He's made the difference in our strength very clear. I devoted myself to training, never neglecting it, even once in the last 50 years, and yet I couldn't reach his level. So what? You've lost countless times before, but you've never given up. Those were merely sparring matches. Didn't you say you wouldn't give up your clumsy struggle until the very end? At least, that's the Denkin I know. Come to think of it, there was just one time. There was a time when Denkin got the up? And now he's back? Frieren, how many years have passed? Who knows? I guess an hour or so? Damn it. It's been a long time. I wonder when I started choosing my words so carefully, putting up a facade and acting all high and mighty. I feel like a fool for trying to show off all the time. What is this, by the way? It's a protection spell. Now Diagoldze won't work on us. Astonishing! I can't believe you really found a way to counter Diagoldze. But things aren't looking so good for us. I was lucky to find you nearby, but I haven't been able to do much other than restore you. I see. They've already figured out our location too. It's been a while since I've faced experienced enemies who could find me when I'm concealed. I still cannot believe my eyes. However, Frieren, now that you've successfully dispelled Diagoldze, I cannot allow you to escape. As if you didn't mean to from the beginning. Nice to meet you, Frieren. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Solitaar, a greater demon. Uh-huh. Don't care, didn't ask. Shio with a didn't ask. No fucking way. Oh, that's my goat. The greater demon who appeared in Macht's memories. I can tell she's powerful. I'd guess she's on the same level as Macht. Ooh. Would you care to have a little chat with me? There's nothing for us to talk about. Frieren, you'll get to live that much longer. You do realise that the odds are against you, don't you? Lucky me. I could cry from how grateful I am for your mercy. It looks like you've mastered a way to counter Diagoldze. It's hard to believe that you've achieved that in just 2 months. Bruno, I haven't watched Jobless Reincarnation, but I do want to. It's on my list. Same as like ReZero. I think ReZero's new season comes out before Jobless Reincarnation, and I think we want to cover ReZero on the channel. So I do want to. I want to catch up on ReZero, but I know that's going to be a mission because I think there's 3 seasons, and I think they're long. And then I believe the anime adapts the novels, not the manga, which means if we're going to cover it on content, I might have to read novels, and I don't think I've ever really read light novels before, so I don't know what to expect there. It didn't take 2 months to analyse the magic. I first experienced Diagoldze when I fought you 600 years ago, Macht. I don't recall. I didn't expect you to. I'm just one of many mages who have fought you and ran away. It's no surprise that you don't remember me. You gave me a hard time back then. It took me a whole century just to restore my right arm after you turned it into gold. I was confident that I could restore my body because I've done it before. I knew it'd take a long time though. So that's why you tried to pick a fight with me. To improve the precision of my negation spell, I wanted to see you cast Diagoldze. You're mad. You had no guarantee that you could have returned your entire body back to its original state after it being transmuted into gold. Honestly, it was a gamble, but you didn't take the bait. You were wary of me, and that was unexpected. If you truly believed that Diagoldze was a flawless spell, you wouldn't have acted the way you did. Now that I think about it, you must have taken precautions against a curse reversal, like Siri's spell. But that was enough information for me. It is not perfect. Magic is the world of visualization. It was fully possible for me to construct theories to complete my negation spell with the pieces of your memories. Now, I can even return this golden land to normal. Okay, I was wrong. This isn't where I thought that the arc was going to be ending. Frieren is just going to go sicko mode and kill the demons. I need to analyse the Golden Land itself to some extent, so I can't do it right away. I've told you what I wanted to hear, right? Should we get this battle started? Are you serious? Even if you prepare to deal with Diagoldze, you're still fighting against 2 greater demons. I'm not saying you could, but don't you think your best option would be to retreat for now? Well, I'd love to, but it's too risky to ignore the enemy of all humanity, Macht of the Golden Land, and let him escape. The enemy of all humanity. What a horrible thing to say. You've read his memories, haven't you? He wishes to coexist with humans from the bottom of his heart. Unlike me and other demons. Good reflexes. I didn't think you could dodge that. That's true. Macht, the fact you desire to coexist with humans makes you different from other cruel demons. I respect you for that. As far as I know, you're only the 2nd demon who's made an effort to meet humans halfway. And that is why we can never understand each other. The more you wish to exist, the more people die by your hands. Wait, do we know who that other demon is? What is the problem with that? If I can understand humanity, one day the path to coexistence. Right. So, how many more people do you need to kill to achieve that? Like you, the Demon King wished for Oh, again, if I just carried on reading a couple pages, or not even a page. Like you, the Demon King wished for coexistence with humans, and that led him to destroy many nations and their people, to the point that humanity was reduced to 1/3 of its population during the Golden Age. Oh. Macht, your wish will only lead to the extinction of humanity. Hang on. Pardon me. But we aren't so nice that we'll just wait for that to happen. It's time for you to face Retribution, Macht of the Golden Land. Retribution, you say? You'll face Retribution one day, no matter what. Just like I am right now. So I will be punished as a villain then. There is no greater honor than that. Now, please teach me, Frieren. I feel like I'm close to discovering something. Frieren, please, leave this to me. Can you win? I see. In that case, I will crush Solitaar. Wonderful. Oh, this is such a sick ending to this. This is undoubtedly, by the way, I don't even think there's a conversation to be had that this is the best arc in Frieren so far. The thought that season 2 might not be covering this is heartbreaking. Do I know? Gantz is another series I want to read, because I've heard nothing but great things about Gantz. Oh, thanks, Bruno. Yo, what's up, Lisa? You should definitely watch Frieren there, Bruno. Frieren's good. It's a nice chill time. You just... Nice chill. Animation's fantastic. She's forcing me to move away from the Golden Land. I've been separated from Denken. The current arc is also... Oh, wait. So the manga's gone hiatus mid-arc. Oh, that sucks, man. That's... What? I think I've asked this question when we first started reading Frieren. What's the reason for the hiatus? It's just illness, health, right? It's just health reasons. I may have my hands full. Oh, Gantz has multiple manga? I didn't know that. I did not know that Gantz had multiple manga. I have my hands full just fending off her attacks and trying to hit back. But she's had no problem moving me around as she desires. She really is strong. Oh, no way. Oh, it went on hiatus right on the climax as well. Nah. Oh, that's so annoying. And I don't think there's like any signs of it coming back anytime soon, right? Just yet. I mean, we can only hope that with the anime. Like, season 2 of the anime ends and then, ta-da! Frieren manga returns. We can only hope. But the fact that you've been blue-balled in the manga because of the hiatus, and the fact that, as far as rumors and leaks go, we're probably going to get blue-balled with this arc in the anime because, like I said, there's no way they can cover all this in 11 episodes. It's just not possible. I don't even know how they're going to... I don't know where they're going to end this season. Because there's not enough pre this arc for just 11 episodes. Like, everything pre this arc isn't really, like, an entire season's worthy. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with season 2 of Frieren. Interesting. Please not Hunter x Hunter 2.0, man. It's going to come back soon, please. We're not going to wait yet. How long has it been now? It's got to have been like... My heart says it's been like 6 months. But my head actually wants to say it's been like a year. Because time is crazy. You don't have to separate us, you know. I wasn't going to help Denken anyway. I'm a warrior, you see. I just did what I thought best to increase my chances. You humans tend to be much better at coordinating with each other. But you're pretty cold-hearted, Frieren. At this rate, Macht might kill him. I don't think so. This is why demons are useless. The look in his eyes told me that he's determined to win, so I decided to trust him. Now, my task is to slay the greater demon Solitaar and reduce you to ashes without fail. You must be joking. Denkin's facing Macht of the Golden Land, one of the 7 sages of destruction. Because Diagoldze doesn't work in him, there is no way Macht can be defeated by a human mage. No, my bad habit. Carelessness and arrogance are fatal flaws among predators. They've cost many demons their lives. After being hunters for so long, we demons never learn what it means to be the hunted. I would have liked to speak with you more, but you give me no choice. The smartest option for me here is to use everything I've got to kill you and then go assist Macht. The flow of the mana is... Oh, this is the most powerful spell I can cast. Isn't it ironic? I've studied all kinds of spells, but in the end, this simple spell that discharges mana is the easiest way to kill a person. But she dodged it. Enemies with a large amount of mana really do tend to be built stronger. So I just need to blast you until you stop moving. There isn't much difference in our mana. But her mana control is on another level. Her attacks are the same, but they're unbelievably dense. She's piercing my defensive spells as if they were a scrap of paper. I can't take too many hits. Depending on where the blow lands, I might even die instantly. And worst of all... Wait, chat. What are we saying about... We sacrifice season 2. It's short. It's 11 episodes. It doesn't really cover that much. What, Golden Land movie? Frieren movie? I could imagine this arc as a movie. Maybe? Question mark? Frieren movie? I don't know. I mean, 28 chapters? Yeah, it's possible. The mana in her impregnable defense is just as dense. I was already struggling to hit her with offensive spells. But now almost everything gets negated. Because I'm just thinking that... Because like the animation in Season 1 is obviously cracked. But this fight is unlike any other fight we've had. Or this arc anyway is unlike any other arc we've had so far in the story. And if they went that hard on Season 1 stuff and Season 1 fights and things... They are going to want to go crazy on this one. They're going to have to level up, man. At least 4 hours, you reckon? I guess so. But what if it's not the full arc? Because obviously, if this season's going to be 11 episodes, because let me just check. So the arcs before this, they were 2 really small ones, right? 6 chapters, 16 chapters. That's not 11 episodes worthy. That's not 11 episodes worth of content, right? Is it? I don't think so. And so you would imagine they're going to eat into some of this arc. Because whatever episodes they have left, I don't know how many. I'm trying to think, like, what would 16 chapters be in? And especially considering a couple of those chapters of the revolt fight, which, you know, fighting chapters tend to be quicker in the anime, unless they add in new scenes. But I would imagine that Season 2 is going to have to eat into this arc. So even though this is 28 chapters long, I don't think all 28 chapters would be adapted into this hypothetical film, because I think the beginning of it would already be adapted in the anime. That's just my hypothesis. It's the only way I could see them. I don't know what... It's weird. 11 episodes is such a rogue shout. Because this arc could just have movie vibes for me. Yeah, you see 16 episodes. If that was around 16 chapters in about 6 episodes. Let's even say 7 episodes. That's That, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what the plan's gonna be for season 2. Either they're gonna have to announce a second core, and they'll just carry on the remainder of this arc as per a few months later, or it could be a film. I think Frieren would do good as a film, especially because we're entering an era of anime films, right? I wonder if that's the plan. I know for a fact I would be seated. I was already struggling to hit her with offensive spells, but now almost everything gets negated. Having mana control this solid and accurate without the need for an incantation is crazy. Because it also feels like a bit of a side story. It's obviously not a side story. It's one of the most... It's the best story we've had so far. But it's one of them things where, I don't know, I could just see this working as a film. But you do raise a good point, it would be long. Oh, the next arc I know is shorter. I'll be able to see, maybe that'll have movie vibes. This is why I hate demons I've never heard of. At this rate, she's going to overwhelm me. Frieren, you think you'd better give it all you've got before it's too late? I looked into the aftermath of your battle with Aura the Guillotine. I know you're limiting your mana. But after actually seeing it in person, I'm truly surprised. You can limit your mana without instability. Had I not investigated it beforehand, I wouldn't have been able to see through it either. It's not something you can master in only a few centuries of training. You must have put a lot of blood and tears into it. You really are wonderful. And you blabber a lot. You seem like someone who can't keep a secret. I haven't told anyone about it yet. I doubt anyone would believe me anyway. Your mana control is too perfect. Is that so? That's good to hear. All the more reason to kill her here and now. Speaking of which, your apprentice was also good at limiting her mana. But she's not yet good enough to fool a greater demon. She still has a lot more to refine. You fought Fern and Stark too, huh? I did. This wound on my shoulder is her doing. Your friends were annoyingly good at working together. You must have educated them well. Fern's become quite capable. She's probably been turned into a golden statue somewhere, just like Denken was. No, I killed her. I killed both of them. Right. I hoped they'd remember my lesson about running away from greater demons. I see. It really is a simple spell. Looks like I can play the copycat game too. Yeah, she just sealed her L. Yeah, maybe side story is not the right word, but like how this arc kind of starts by like with like a detour, if that's the way to put it, kind of thing. So yeah, not side story, but like it was off the path. And this is a beautiful color page. Oh my god, Viz, you've finally done a color page in color. Hell yeah. Chapter 100. Yeah, I do. I am leaning more into the split cores. That probably would be better for an arc of this length. But I just thought we'd have known about it by now. But then I guess we never, like One Punch Man, we never go. Well, we had the leak. Well, not leak, but we had the mistake from Netflix Brazil's Instagram account or whatever that accidentally labeled One Punch Man Season 3 Part 2. But there was never any like leak of it, really. So maybe Frieren will be the same. We won't know until closer to the time that, oh yeah, there's a Season 2 Part 2 coming out. Hopefully not 2027 like One Punch Man. But you're incredible, Frieren. I've had discussions and done experiments countless times before, but this is the first time I've engaged in Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Bum, 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 bum. I still can't tell. Solitaar's mana defense is overpowering after all. I can't trade mana strikes against a monster like this forever. Yeah, thankfully we don't have to worry about One Punch Man season one. That, bro, they used out of date chapters. They mixed retcons and redraws. I don't know what, but it was clear that the production for season 3 of One Punch Man was so bad that the level of communication but just couldn't have been there, man. Because, like, in fairness, I didn't actually see the episode, but I saw clips, and from what it looked like, sorry to go off topic slightly, but what it looked like in the Saitama versus Orochi fight was that they used the retconned form of Orochi. It was the retconned fight where Orochi's like more humanoid, but the God's mural showed him as like more of like the center, like his, like, you know, his redrawn design, which then doesn't make sense to me. But in fairness, I haven't actually watched the full episode. But if that's the case, that's weird. Why they? But nothing would surprise me about that. Yeah, Frieren struggling for 5 wins. I mean, obviously, one of the things is the fact that she's got all the intel on the fight with Aura. The guillotine means that, you know, she's the only demon ever, as she said, that knows the truth about Frieren, in the sense that she suppresses her mana flawlessly. Because obviously, Frieren has spent her entire life suppressing her mana because Flam told her to, because this is how you trick a demon. And now we're seeing for the first time in history how Frieren deals with a demon that sees through her own lies, her own like the fact that Frieren is trying to deceive the demons for one. Like and it's not going well. But we have faith. We have faith. At this rate, it's going to become a war of attrition. Wouldn't be the first one of those we've seen. I've noticed there's a lot of war of attritions in this manga. By the way, there's one thing I would like to tell you, if I may. You really are chatty, but you're wasting your time. Though, I wouldn't mind having more time to think. I'm aware of humanity's wisdom, courage, and the strength they have when they share and develop their magic techniques. I'm not so arrogant to think that they won't hunt me down. So when that day comes, I'm thinking of crying and begging for my life. If that day is today, and you are the one to execute me, tell me, what would your thoughts be in that moment? I'm sorry, I will reform myself. I don't want to die. I simply wanted to get along with you. I just didn't know how. I've heard such words countless times. Huh. I see. In that case, your soul has become something far different from a human's. Beings with human faces beg forgiveness in a human tongue, but you continue to ignore their pleas. You killed them. I cannot tell which one of us is the true monster anymore. Fuck. That's a wonderful look on your face. Please do describe your current state of mind. Yep, I was right. This is not a conversation. I do get it, Solitaar. You understand human psychology well, far better than any demon I've met. And yet, you are somehow the farthest from coexisting with anyone. What you're doing is the same as provoking a caged animal to see its reaction. And what is your state of mind now? I'm relieved that my opponent is a cruel demon. For the first time in ages, it seems I won't have to grieve. It's one of the feelings he wants to learn, bro. His accuracy has begun to improve. He's getting better at predicting my attacks. His fighting style has changed in such a short time too. No, that's not it. He's recalling my moves. However, the fact that there is such a big difference in strength does not change. The longer this battle drags on, the more favourable it becomes for me. A powerful spell or a big move won't land on him after all. It was the same back then. The same thing happened half a century ago. My magic has never been able to touch Macht, except for that one time. I didn't expect it to really work. This is Zoltrak, but what is this speed? The same logic Frieren explained to me probably applies here. Zoltrak is a relatively new spell for mages as old as me. I haven't had enough time to learn to block it reflexively, so my reaction is delayed slightly no matter what. I have to think about it, even momentarily. That's sick how it's linking back. No matter how superior Macht may be, Zoltrak is still a new spell for him, but for human mages, it's a fundamental spell. It's been around since before I was born. On top of that, Macht has been locked up in the Golden Land and doesn't know that mankind spent half a century researching Zoltrak. Nor does he know about the turbulent era that led us to keep improving Zoltrak. It's as good as defensive magic. This has become something completely different. I can't believe it's just an ordinary offensive spell. Macht, let's put an end to this. I see now. I'm fighting against the whole history of human magic. I agree. Let's end this. I am your master, and an enemy that you must defeat. It's truly been a long time since I've had so much fun. Same, bro. I feel that. Apart from Quell, whose knowledge was outdated, the stronger demons have adjusted to Zoltrak. Oh, he's created a crater. That's when you know a character's locked the fuck in, bro. I don't know if stream's lagging. Are we good? I am both your master and an enemy you must defeat. If you desire, I shall fulfill the role of your enemy. I am Macht of the Golden Land, one of the 7 sages of destruction of the Demon King's army. Here I come. Oh, this is gonna be bro. The simple thought that we won't be getting this in season 2. Fuck's sake, man. The way he fights changed completely. A wave of attacks using countless gold pieces. A direct hit would obliterate me. I can't hit him. Yeah, how you meant? Oh, bro, how are you meant to defeat this? It barely brushed against me, but that was enough to crash my defensive spell. This surpasses any offensive magic I know of. What on earth was Macht planning to fight against that he would devote his life to improving his skills this much? I cannot believe that he did it in anticipation of a magic battle in this modern era, an apex of magic that humanity could never reach. So this is the power of 7 sages of destruction. But I'm still alive. I can still fight. It's impossible to predict his moves through mana detection, and once he's attacked, it's too late to react. Concentrate, don't miss any preliminary moves. I should be able to do that. Frieren believed in me enough to leave this fight to me. I'm going to bring down Macht here no matter what. You truly don't know when to give up, do you? You're trying to keep your distance from me? You're buying time, aren't you? What are you plotting? Zoltrak. Humans really do like this spell, huh? It's a great defensive spell that's extremely versatile. The only flaw is it's so polished and beautifully designed that even humans can't understand and use it. That even humans can understand and use it. Now it has become a standard spell amongst humans. No spell killed more people during the war in the Southern Lands. Qual, the great elder, sage of corruption, must be delighted about this in the depths of hell. How do you know that Qual is dead? I told you I like to chat with people, don't I? Many people have told me about it, and perhaps some of them might have been people you knew. There she goes again. Demons typically use their word to agitate their opponents. They talk, and we attempt to decipher their meaning. It's infuriating to me. It's an effective tactic because it's so primitive. On top of that, she knows what she's doing. She chooses her words carefully. How many people has she killed for the purpose of her studies? By the way, Frieren, I'm sure you figured out by now that this attempt to buy time isn't going to work. It's true that demons are ignorant of humanity's magic, but it doesn't mean we're so unintelligent that the construction of curses cannot be understood. And Zoltrak, the spell that's been adopted into humanity's magic system, is no exception. It doesn't take much time to analyze, and even less time to deal with it. At least you can see it doesn't work on me. Yep, that's what I thought at first too. But that wound on your shoulder, it's been attracting my attention this whole time. Yeah, if Fern could do it, then... So highly concentrated Zoltrak should do it, huh? That is correct, Frieren. But I've seen that spell already. A shield made of a mana. I didn't know she had that trick up her sleeve. And the reaction time is extraordinary. But the fact that she had to block it means I could possibly break through. Still, I need to catch her off guard. And I need to be faster. If only Fern were here. I killed both of them. There is nothing that leads me to believe she lied. Solitaar is that powerful. But I have no time to be lost in thought anymore. I know him or the hero would believe in his comrades and trust that they had his back until the very end. I suppose it wouldn't be so bad to take a gamble like this once in a while. More. His attacks are getting more and more ferocious. But I'm handling them. I'm managing to observe them carefully. The reality is I'm more surprised that I can keep up than anyone else. Macht is surely strong. He's a mage at the apex of magic ability, far more capable than I am. But at the same time, a part of me thinks that he isn't any stronger than I expected. Memories from youth are strange. Just as the adults in memories remain adults, you remained a mentor that I could never surpass. Honestly, I thought I'd be no match for him. I thought I had no chance of winning. He got a hit in, but I might have a 1 in a million chance after all. I was hoping to end this in a tie at least. He should be barely able to talk at this point, and yet he hasn't lost his will to fight. Unfortunately, this is the end for you. The gold was... What on earth just happened? Frieren. She actually saved Vice. And then did Fern just... It was him? You finally gave me an opening. He shot from his hand? Not from... Donated him? A highly concentrated Zoltarek spell. It can't be. I never let my guard down. If you've been capable of magic this powerful all this time, why didn't you use it till now? You only play your real trump card when you're certain of victory. You taught me that. Master, now we end in a tie. Wait, is Denkin gonna die too? I've finished analysing it. Now the Golden Land is back to normal. And now Fern's going to be able to show up. Astonishing. So you were analysing the Golden Land and fighting me at the same time? But why would you do such a thing? Even if it affects the outcome of the battle over there, it doesn't help you. No way. Too late. It's over, Solitaar. Great job, Fern. I'm proud of you. Whoa. Are you alright? I ran out of mana. A super long range shot from outside the range. Bro, Fern just locked in. A super long range shot from outside the range of mana detection. This was unexpected. Incredible. Oh, and then Frieren's going to double tap to make sure. Oh, wait, is this... Oh, this is Boast the Immortal. How? Boast the Immortal. You only kept a lookout for Frieren because she broke the barrier. You took no notice of us. Underestimating us was your biggest mistake. Don't belittle us humans. I can't believe it, that I would make such a fatal mistake. But an end like this is fitting for a demon. Very interesting. Aren't you going to plead for your life? Do you want me to? No. So their battle is over as well. It seems she doesn't need my help anymore. He doesn't. What on... Yeah, absolute snipe. I think I underestimate how strong Fern really is. Because, like, naturally or instinctively, I want to compare it to Frieren, but, like, Fern's crazy cracked, man. There's not really been a time in this story so far where Fern is, like, super duper crazy struggled. Well, I mean, a little bit at the beginning of this, obviously, but, like, she's a prodigy. You were a great partner in crime. Master, now we end in a tie. Yeah, her speed's crazy. I must regroup. Oh, I said that Denkin's dead. Frieren is still alive. Master Macht, what happened to you? You're wounded. I'm fine. Solitaar is dead then. Alright. Should we start? Wait. Why are you helping me? If you believe that coexistence with humans is a pipe dream, I just want you to change your mind. You seem to dislike the Demon King, but he had a similar idea as you. And his desire for coexistence resulted in the Great War against humans. There was nothing fun about it. It was all in vain, unlike the conversations with humans or the experiments I conducted. What's worse is, all my friends died. The very idea of coexistence is dangerous. Demons were almost annihilated by humans, almost became extinct. You're not answering my question. You should simply kill me here. That would be much quicker than getting me to change my mind. I must have seen my friend in you. I couldn't stop the Demon King after all. I lied. The truth is, I came to this land to kill you. But I ended up feeling scared of fighting you. I'm not crazy enough to put my life at risk so our race can continue to exist. No matter how deeply you think or how unconventional and abnormal you are, we're still demons in the end. The Demon King, Schlacht, and you each possessed different qualities that are natural to us. That's all I would like you to know for now. Demons, huh? How embarrassing. Ever since I put on the stone the stone bangle it is now? We're calling it the bracelet. The bracelet of servitude. I never thought I was afraid of death. I thought that if I could learn to feel emotions that I've never experienced, we could coexist. And if I must face retribution, I would not mind dying. And yet, here I am, clinging to life and running away, humiliating myself, just like the other demons. Running away. I'm fleeing, huh? To where exactly? My mana won't stop flowing away. I'm not going to survive. And where could I run to at this point? Macht, my lord, how did you get that wound? It seems it's time for me to face retribution. I see. Care to join me? In the end, I still couldn't understand a thing. I'm sorry. I promised you that I would follow you to the depths of hell until you found the emotions you sought. I meant every word I said then. I'm aware of that. You really don't know when to give up. Denken, is it? Don't come any closer, or I will kill this man. I see. My partner in crime. You really are beyond help then. Please, Denken, put him out of his misery already. Lord Gluck, what on earth is happening? Take him to the church. Don't let him die. This is the hero who saved Vice. My friend, I enjoyed the time we had together. I truly had a wonderful time with you. Bro. Fern's not even 18 yet. Yeah, not 20. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they were both like 18, 19, right? Oh shit. See him on full screen. Damn, the last chapter of this stream. Last chapter of this arc has been unbelievable. 4 hours we've been going for. Jesus. But there was one thing I wanted to quickly check up. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. It's just I was interested in how many chapters the Reza arc was, for example. And so the Bomb Devil Girl arc for Chainsaw Man, 17 chapters. And this is 28. So yeah, I get what you guys mean when you say that this arc might be a bit too long for a film. Because, you know, typically an anime film is like an hour and a half, right? It's very rare, I feel like, you get ones longer than that. But I guess the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle arc was, what, 2.5 hours, I want to say that film was? I mean, listen, if you want to make a 2.5 hour long Frieren film, just know that I'm going to be there. Don't worry, I shall be seated. If you're listening, who animates Frieren? Is it Wit? Is it Wit Studio? What do I want to say? No, Madhouse. Madhouse? It's Madhouse, right? If you're listening, I'll be there for a 2.5. Fuck it, make it 3 hours if you want. I'll be there. Imagine watching this arc in the big screen, bro. Yeah, there's still 2 more movies. But obviously, Demon Slayer, that arc is a long-ass arc. Damn, my guy. Patrick locked in. Nice one, bro. Oh, I'm so glad Denken's not going to die, man. Where am I? You're in the Church of Vice. How long was I asleep? 3 days. I see. I shall inform Lord Gluck. How long was that? So then, I won. I'm back in Vice. Same studio that animated One Punch Man. Yeah, Madhouse. Yeah. I knew it was. I don't know why Wit came to mind, but yeah. Lord Gluck, Frieren has told me everything. I did tell you to come home once in a while, but I didn't think it would take half a century. Thank you for saving Vice. I couldn't have done it on my own. That's right, you're surrounded by great friends. I'm feeling much better. What, you gonna call me a monster again? This time I just got wounded a bunch and managed to avoid a fatal injury, and this is nothing unusual for warriors. You know, it really hurts me when you react like that. Stop. Well, I guess it is normal for warriors. After getting wounded like that, Eisen would have been doing squats with the giant boulder on his back the very next day. It did make Haita cringe. I told you Master Haita cringing doesn't mean... You know what? That would make me cringe too. At least we seem to have you back on your feet. Help me out with shopping tomorrow. I'm sorry, Mr. Frieren. It seems like I still need more time to recover. Don't worry, it's fine. Actually, I'm thankful we can relax here. There are a lot of grimoires and magical items that were popular half a century ago in this town. Speaking of which, I even found a Shadow Dragon's horn. I never thought I'd got my hands on something this valuable again. I'm pretty happy. You're wasting money again. It's emitting some strong evil aura, but it shouldn't be physically harmful, right? No idea. Oh, come on. Well, no need to rush your recovery. The town is in a welcoming mood thanks to Lord Gluck. This sort of thing isn't so bad once in a while. You both did really great this time. I'm sure I couldn't have won it without you two. I was scared to death though. Honestly, I felt more dead than alive. I don't know, Aggie, man. There's something that makes me think Frieren film, I don't know, man. With how insanely, I think we're entering an era where there's going to be more anime films than ever before. Because, quite frankly, they're just doing so damn well. Chainsaw Man movie performed exceptionally well. The Demon Slayer movie nearly hit $1 billion. Do you know how insane... I think the Demon Slayer movie ended up on $740 million worldwide. It outperformed every Marvel movie in years. The performance of the Demon Slayer movie genuinely blows my mind. It doesn't... me saying it made $740 million worldwide doesn't sound real. An anime movie shouldn't be doing that. So I don't know. I don't think it's outside the realms of possibility. I see. So you're already leaving Vice. Yes, we've had plenty of rest. You're leaving at the right time. In just a few days, an envoy from the Imperial capital will visit here. Things will be hectic. The wrongdoings of the nobles of Vice will be exposed, including my own. You seem rather contented despite your situation. I personally made that request to Denkin, to the very man who has become a great Imperial mage capable of influencing nations. The time when justice will be served has finally come. I couldn't be happier. Frieren, this is all thanks to you fighting alongside Denkin and saving Vice. I am grateful to you. Are you really? Come to think of it, you mentioned that you saw Mac's memories. I don't resent you for Mac's death. He faced his end like a true villain. He died a glorious death. He couldn't have welcomed his death like that if you hadn't restored the Golden Land to Vice. Not doing so would have made his death more tragic. I truly am grateful, Frieren. That is the truth. Is that so? Let me see you off. I'll call Denkin as well. We've already said our goodbyes to him. Besides, I wouldn't want to intrude on his visit to his wife's grave. Lecture, I never gave up my fumbling struggle until the very end. Bro, I've decided, I don't care what any of you guys say in chat, man, I've decided that in my head this is now going to be a film, and I'm imagining a really nice, romantic end credit song playing, and in the background of the end credits we've got all these memories of his wife going on in the background. There's nothing you can do, chat. I've decided. I want a movie. I think the thing is, Aggie, is that I don't think it would be super oversaturated getting like more anime movies, because like they're adapting a source material that already, like, they're adapting material that already exists. Like, it's gonna get animated one way or another. It's all, I suppose it's all personal preference, right? Some people would rather tune in weekly to a series, and it's one of these things. I'm really conflicted because from a business perspective, like for a work perspective, I benefit more with Frieren being a weekly series. There's nothing I would benefit more from than Frieren being a 24 episode weekly series, because it's in the limelight for longer, right? But from a personal perspective, I fucking love the cinema. Chainsaw Man in the cinema was phenomenal. And the thing is, I know if Chainsaw Man, if the Reset arc was weekly, if it was like an 11 episode season, we would have made videos on it. Probably, because it would have been in the limelight for longer. It would have had more time to build up some talk. And it would have lasted longer. That's the main thing, right? Because it's out there for 11 weeks. And although the Reze movie was super duper mega viral, super duper successful, the fact that it is a movie does mean that it's only in the public's focus for, honest to God, 2 weeks max. So I am conflicted, but you know what? I don't care. I want a Frieren film. Yeah, Demon Slayer is $1 billion franchise, man. After you finish the next arc, hit me with Fury? Hell yeah. So you don't think it was the old guy's arc? I mean, I guess it was, but it wasn't just his. If anyone's, it was obviously Max, right? But that was just an all-round phenomenal arc. Yeah, that's the main thing. As long as the movie is good in the sense of it's faithful in adaptating the stuff. Like, for example, the Reze arc was one of the greatest. The Reze arc is probably the greatest shonen anime film that I can think of that I've watched, because it just worked so perfectly. And there's something about this arc in particular that I think just would work as a film, because it's standalone enough to work. And the scale of battles is so huge. I don't know. I'd like to see how it would do, but we have finished that arc there, and I should probably head to bed now because it's midnight. But chat, just if we get a film announcement for season 2, just think of me, man, because I'll be celebrating. Thanks all for joining in today, guys. Been a lot of fun, and hopefully, so the next arc is let me just check real quick, the Goddess Monument arc. 15 chapters. Cool. Well, that will be the next stream. We will be reading the Goddess's Monument arc. But until then, thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.